Oh boy, I never thought I would have to make a video on a guy who I gave zero fucks about in my entire lifetime. But apparently, just not how the world works, apparently. You gotta have idiots like Quantum TV that stir up stupid shit, dumbass arguments, and then gets butthurt when people call him out for his lack of good, criticisms, his lack of that shit. It tells you something, man. But I'm not gonna, waste my time with this. I already wasted. I'm not trying to set this stream up for the last 14 minutes, give or take. Let's just get into this stupid shit. New stream setup. Kind of happy about it.
Things I've learned. Oh, yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So today, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Quantum TV podcast. So today, we're going to talk about some things I've learned. Oh, yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. This last month has been very entertaining, to say the least. I've learned quite a few things.
You have learned quite a few things. Please elaborate on it, Quantum, because what I was hearing earlier was so fucking bad. I have no choice but to watch this again, torture myself and watch this again because I may or may not be a masochist. So please enlighten me further into your grandiose wisdom.
For example, I've learned if you wake up on a Thursday afternoon, just, roll out of bed after using a bunch of slurs on Twitter, you can just hop online and apologize and everything goes away. Because you have a bright future ahead of you, or maybe you were a kid that is just having a bad day, and everybody's going to forgive you over it. Because that seems to be what these idiots that run their cancel crusade against me think. Now, we have people trying to cancel Quantum TV. There's no secret. I've been dealing with it for years, right? Well, the most recent entry into this, the Act Man, Griffin Gaming, Review...
I'm gonna let at least this first segment play out before I say anything because I kind of want to give everything up here. Yeah, yeah, Mister. Yeah, Mr. Gamer. I'm pretty much aware of what he recently just did to the Act Man. We'll elaborate on it further. I'll elaborate on it further as the stream continues because it fits. It will fit when that segment arrives. So for now, let's let this first part play out. Oh, sorry guys. Hang on a second. I just realized I accidentally pressed the M button and I have that calibrated to muting. So let's start over from the top because you guys need to hear this. This is really bad.
What's going
Sorry
on,
about that,
everybody?
everyone.
Welcome to the Quantum TV podcast. So today we're going to talk about some things I've learned. Oh, yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. This last month has been very entertaining, to say the least. I've learned quite a few things. For example, I've learned if you wake up on a Thursday afternoon, just, roll out of bed after using a bunch of slurs on Twitter, you can just hop online and apologize and everything goes away. Because you have a bright future ahead of you, or maybe you were a kid that is just having a bad day, and everybody's going to forgive you over it. Because that seems to be what these idiots that run their cancel crusade against me think. Now, we have people trying to cancel Quantum TV. There's no secret. I've been dealing with it for years, right? Well, the most recent entry into this, the Act Man, Griffin Gaming, Review Tech USA, and their little buddies and their friends, right? Okay. But here's the thing with these YouTubers. They are on camera saying things like everyone uses slurs, it's the bundle of sticks word. Griffin Gaming said that.
I need to hear that again because he just elaborated that everyone says that. Give me 1 second because this is so bad. Oh my god. He said had arguments. So, needed to clean out my ears real quick. Gotta hear that again.
Man, Griffin Gaming, Review Tech USA, and their little buddies and their friends, right? Okay. But here's the thing with these YouTubers. They are on camera saying things like everyone uses slurs, it's the bundle of sticks word. Griffin Gaming said that. won't apologize or turn himself in for his behavior there, right? Then you've got people like
Everyone says slurs. Wow, I don't even know what to say about that. That just does he actually think people are perfectly fine with using slurs? Because we aren't. You know, you really don't say stuff like that in normal conversations. You would only if it was in a if you were joking, like you have a shock humor. You're into shock humor. You have dark humor. You have a dark sense of humor, and you say something that's a slur, and but you're just joking about it. It's like there's a difference to that. No one would rip into you heavily or at all, for that matter, if what you say as a slur wasn't a joke. Like I watch guys. If you've look up these guys. You look at McNasty, Sniping Soup, Blark, Grizzy. Those guys, they don't really use slurs, but they do a lot of that shock and dark humor jokes, and they're only joking about it. So you can't exactly, rip into these guys and or criticize them because that's their humor. Everyone finds something humorous. What you might not find something funny, someone else might do. That's neither here nor there in this case. I don't know how he thinks everyone just uses slurs and is okay with it. A lot of people really aren't.
Review Tech USA who stole $200 from Big Cheese. You've got instances where he endorsed a guy and said, I'm a fan of Vosh, you deal with it. And then you go look at the things Vosh has said, like he thinks child pornography should be legal because it's more ethically consistent with the Vosh, you deal with it. And then you go look at the things Vosh has said, like he thinks child pornography should be legal.
He agrees with everything this Vosh guy says, huh? I just need to hear that one more time.
Instances where he endorsed a guy and said, I'm a fan of Vosh, you deal with it. And then you go look at the things Vosh has said, like he thinks child pornography should be legal.
Okay. I'm a fan of the guy. That doesn't... When a person says something, you can be a fan of the person. You don't have to agree with everything they say just because you're a fan of the person. For example, let's go back to that year, the year before everything went to shit in 2019. If you've watched NBA basketball or around the sports stratosphere, then you probably heard about what happened with Daryl Morey and his boycott towards China. As a person within the NBA, a lot of the NBA people criticized him for his statements about, about what he said about how China was treating their people, and specifically in Hong Kong. People like LeBron James didn't like what Daryl Morey said. I wasn't happy that LeBron was siding with China when he will side with people like Colin Kaepernick, who I respect Colin Kaepernick for what he did, in his final NFL season, kneeling to, present to the world, how he feels about the America's system, and that he's not going to stand and salute, the flag and the national anthem because he finds there's so many problems in this country. And he's helped out a lot of people in bad neighborhoods. He's helped out a lot of people with that. But I have an issue with LeBron when he took Colin Kaepernick's side, but he didn't take Daryl Morey's side. And a lot of people in the NBA were the same way. And it's probably because a lot of the money that the NBA makes came from China over the last few years. And with China having people, or if China wasn't happy about it, they were probably going to prevent the NBA games from being played in China, which they were. A lot of preseason games were canceled around that time that would have been played in China. So, that's that. Mr. Gamer, here's the difference between the Act Man and Quan TV. One of them condemned their wrongdoings. The other is gaslighting their audience while threatening the dogs as well as commit acts of violence. Is I guess which is which. Yeah, that's the thing. That's kind of I'm gonna get to that in a second because that's kind of the whole crux, and I don't understand why Quan TV doesn't understand that. That yes, you fucked up in the past, but it's not about who you were. It's about who you are now and what you plan to do moving forward, And I want to elaborate further on that because I want to, compare a few other people towards that as well.
Because it's more ethically consistent with the child slave labor that we have. Like it's mind blowing. But he's a fan, and we should just deal with that. Little things like that.
Again, I'm a fan of LeBron James. I idolize LeBron. He's one of my role models. But I don't respect his opinion on what Daryl Morey did roughly 3 years ago. That's the difference. I'm sure like Quan TV keeps pointing out how people take him out of context. I'm sure he's taking Review Tech TV out, or Review Tech USA, out of context for what he said or any of his thoughts on this Vosh guy. I'm sure he likes Vosh but doesn't agree with him on, child pornography like most people would. Like, I'm sure if I go to this Vosh guy, I can probably like what he does for content on YouTube, but not like his opinion on the matter of child pornography. You can respect someone, you can idolize someone, you can like someone, but you don't have to like or respect or agree. That's the word I was thinking of. Agree with what that person has to say on some topics. You can disagree with them, but still like the person or respect the person. You know what I mean? You can do that. That exists. You can do that stuff. It just takes an understanding of how to approach conversations with other people. You just gotta grow as a person to do this stuff. Let's keep going.
That make it just weird. And then, of course, they cross the line and they say slurs on camera, literally during a live stream, and then follow it up with threatening to fight people. But then, of course, don't look into that. I apologize, damn it. Let it go. I owned it. It goes away, right? That typical I have a bright future mentality. I'm a good kid on the junior varsity team. Don't arrest me kind of mentality, right?
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm a good junior on the... What the fuck? Okay, I gotta hear that again.
It goes away, right? That typical I have a bright future mentality. I'm a good kid on the junior varsity team. Don't arrest me kind of mentality.
Okay, so what player on a junior varsity team is getting arrested? Like, most 14, 15-year-olds would... Okay, let me just... because this is just out of left fucking field. I didn't even remember he said this stuff. I was listening to this earlier while I was at work. I didn't even remember he said this shit. His old Mr. Gang, his old channel Quantum app. Oh yeah, I know about that. I know he got his old channel terminated. And yeah, I was just mentioning about the Review Tech USA and Vosh, and how Vosh, his opinion has an opinion on child pornography. I was just talking about that stuff. Again, if he is a fan of this Vosh guy, I'm sure he can say he's a fan of the person. I'm sure he said this, that he's a fan of the person, but doesn't respect his opinion or disagrees with his opinion on there being child pornography and it being good. That stuff. That happens. That can happen. But let's keep going, because God, this was so out of left field. I'm a good kid on the junior varsity team. Don't arrest me. Okay, what the fuck does that have to do with the main topic at hand? You're trying to argue about people apologizing for what they did in the past, and you find that as a problem. I need to keep hearing this again because it gets worse.
Right? No line is too far to cross. Enter the act, man. A whole bunch of shit he says on Twitter. I can't post any of it. That's how bad it is, right?
Oh, fuck, that about to get YouTube ad. Hold on. Fucking YouTube. I don't have ad block. I'm broke. I don't have the money to afford ad block. My friend, I cannot afford ad block.
Mention it though, because if you mention it, Gets on Camera owns the shit. Don't mention it though, because if you mention it, those are old tweets.
Yes, they're old tweets. He's owned what he said in the past. this is the issue that Quantum TV doesn't understand, is that once you can bury the hatchet. You can apologize and take accountability for what you said in the past and say, damn, what I said back then was pretty stupid. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize and I should have never said that. I'm so sorry to everyone who I've offended in the past. Please forgive me. I promise you this will never happen again, and I plan to move on as a better person from this experience. I don't understand how he fails to comprehend this. It's not that difficult. You said something in the past that was bad on social media. You eventually realized that it was stupid. You shouldn't have said it. And so now you've apologized to it, and people have forgiven you. And a lot of the time, this is happening when they realize, before people start looking at your past, it's better to apologize before you get caught, with, red-handed, feel guilty about it without the need of other people telling you. Obviously, when someone tells you what you did was wrong, you're going to, own up to it. You're going to understand why it was bad. But, and this is the big one, a lot of people have a hard time taking your apology serious when you get caught. So when you apologize, without most people knowing of your, what you did in the past, it's a lot easier to take in. You didn't need the people to harp on you and say, you got to apologize for this. You got to apologize for that. You don't have to do that when you come clean on your own, and you don't have to have other people reveal the stuff for you. Because when someone has to reveal your past, and it's a bad one, it's a dark past, your dark past, it's hard to take you serious with your apology. Your apology is more of a, I'm sorry I got caught, than I'm sorry I did this in general. I want to look at this real quick. You have a liking for someone, but still choose to disagree or disavow their opinions or actions. Yeah, that's pretty much it. On his now deleted Twitter, he had multiple tweets regarding his bigotry towards the LGBTQ community. He even wished death upon. Yeah, I know about that. I've found out about that through the Act Man. Let me just say this. And this is big. I want to get to what you first said. Yeah, you can agree with someone or disagree with someone and still like the person. If you like a person or respect a person, you can still disagree with their opinions on certain topics. As far as the Twitter stuff, he says that he was hacked, but I don't believe that. It's a lot of, I smell cap in the air. Like when he says that stuff, I can't believe him because okay, so from what I understand, Review Tech USA was live streaming this stuff. Let me turn on my mic just a second. Hold on, guys. Review Tech USA was looking over his old tweets some time ago. I don't know when this happened, but this is from what I understand from Review Tech USA. He said it himself, and I think the Act Man mentioned it as well. He was streaming, he was showing off the tweets, and all of a sudden during the stream, the tweets just suddenly are deleted. Like there was no record of them in the first place. He says that he was hacked, but why haven't you deleted them until now? If those tweets were from years ago, why did it take you till now to remove those tweets? Twitter has always had the option to delete your tweets. It was never something that was recently added. It was always available to everyone. So I don't understand how the heck how you didn't see this. Like, this is a problem. I don't get it with this guy. He makes no sense.
Bro,
oh God.
These fuckers literally use the old tweet excuse after owning their shit. And wants everybody to say, well, at least he apologized. At least he owned it.
Yes, because that's what we want. We want to see people own up to their mistakes. You, Quantum, haven't. You refuse to recognize that you have made mistakes in the past, and you refuse to, even have a modicum take responsibility for what you did. You don't even have like not a sliver of you wants to take responsibility for what you said in the past and what you've said recently. None of you. You have, and let me go back to the tweet part. You say you were hacked, that you didn't actually tell someone to go die, or you wish that that person was a Pulse victim, just because they took a photo reenacting a scene from a video game that may or may not be a bad game. You have an issue with that. It's like, dog, what the fuck are you thinking? Why would you say that? Let me get back to that. Let me get back to what I was just about to say. You say that's on your tweet. That's on your tweet timeline before it gets deleted. Why is it that all of a sudden, and here's the thing. If that wasn't you, then why are you making videos about Elden Ring telling people that if they can't agree with you, with your opinion, that they should go kill themselves? Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? If you want people to disassociate you with those terrible tweets from years ago. What's the deal? How am I supposed to believe you when you are lying through your teeth about saying all those bad tweets were not for me, and then like 3 weeks ago, at the end of the day, go kill yourself. Like, those are the exact words that he said. At the end of the day, go kill yourself. He's also deleted the bigoted blogs on his website and nuked Facebook posts containing more bigotry. Not to mention, there are screenshots of a transphobic head moderator in his Discord server. Yeah, that part I didn't know. He had a moderator who was a transphobic head moderator. I didn't know that. But I did know that he basically nuked all of his social media platforms just to disassociate himself from this. Again, the problem we all have with Quantum, and maybe this is just my problem more so than everyone's problem, is not the fact that he even said this stuff, because sticks and stones. I'm a firm believer in this term. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can't hurt me. Whatever he says on the internet wouldn't faze me. So the problem for me isn't that he says this entirely. That's not my entire issue. My issue is that he doesn't own his mistakes. He doesn't apologize for it. He lies through his fucking teeth and says that all of this was a hack and that this wasn't me. I swear to God, guys. I swear to God, this wasn't me. Okay? He says this shit. He says it wasn't him. And then all of a sudden, he's telling people to go kill themselves because they can't agree with them, or they think his opinion on a game that whether they like it or think it's a good game, they don't like his opinion on it, and he tells them to go kill themselves. Like, it's hard to agree with anything what this guy says. It's hard to believe anything that this guy says, because how are we supposed to take you serious when you say this stupid stuff? Okay? How are we, as viewers, as audience members, supposed to agree with you? How are we supposed to believe you when you are lying through your fucking teeth? Let's keep going, because I want to hear the rest of this.
Unlike you, unlike me,
yes.
Bro, are you deaf, my guys?
No. Everyone who says these things to you, they actually have some semblance of intelligence. You, on the other hand, can't decide whether to put your left... Oh my god. Oh my god. My head hurts. We're 2 minutes in. My head hurts from this stupid shit. Yes, unlike you refuse to own up to your mistakes. You refuse to say, damn, I fucked up with what I said. I need to apologize right away. And if let's just say hypothetically that he was hacked, okay? Let's say he was hacked, okay? Is there any word about him making an immediate tweet saying, hey guys, my account, I just got my account back. listen, for the past 24 hours, my account was hacked. Please do not think whatever I said in the last 24 hours, that was not me. Someone hacked into my account and was able to post these disgusting tweets. And you take the screenshots to show off and be like, all of this wasn't me. This was someone else. I need a second because I don't want my laptop to die on me. Give me 1 second. I don't know why you retracted your message, Mr. Gamer, but I was about to just say, yeah, I agree with you on the fact that he was abusing the copyright system here on YouTube. I was just about to agree with you on that. Oh, there it is. Even if he did apologize, it wouldn't erase the fact that he's a repeat copyright abuser. Yeah, I could agree with that. I can understand why people. Well, let me rephrase what I'm about to say. Of course, it doesn't change the fact. That's another issue that he has that he refuses to own up. That he thinks that because someone is using his content to make something out of it or discuss it and break down what he says, he doesn't like that, and so he's got to use the copyright system to tell that person or to tell YouTube, hey, he's stealing my content. I don't like that. Make him remove the video. I don't understand what he's trying to argue. Like, okay, I watch every frame of Pause. Mauler, Rags, Fringy, Metal, JXE. I fucking love those guys. I've been watching them since the start of 2020, and I've loved, listening in on their podcasts and each of their videos. JXE, the one I've been watching the longest out of those guys. They were just talking about all this fucking, shit when it comes to, you know, using content, creative content and videos and streaming. He was just JXE had just made a whole like 56-minute video. It was like 50 something minutes. So he put it on a nailed it. He nailed his argument with it about how people, when it comes to streaming, they don't add anything creative to it. They just watch and react, but don't say much of anything. Not even a little bit. Even though JXC, is a very open guy, he's very cool with someone reacting to his content and just providing a little bit of something to it. He's fine with that. As for me, I would probably be a little more pissed off because, I'm a small YouTuber. I don't have a big, fan base, and I'm trying to make a living on here, and these assholes on a different website are taking my content and using it for their own. And they have people watching their streams, preventing me from getting, potential viewership in the short-term future. But the point I'm trying to make is, Jay was arguing about how, people need to, stop being lazy and be creative with their content. And the funny thing is, the YouTubers that react, or the streamers that reacted to exactly what JXE were saying, they were saying shit like, and I think one of them, her name was Denims. She was like, people don't care. Maybe it wasn't just Denims. Maybe it was both Denims, Relevant, and bitch ass Hassan Piker. I think all three of them were basically saying the same thing, where it was like, it helps YouTubers. I don't, these YouTubers don't really care when I, watch their stuff. And if they do, they make a big bitch fit about it. How, I can't watch what they make. Don't steal my content. Quantum is at the fucking end of it, where JXC and others are like you know, we're cool with you watching our content as long as you have a creative response and provide, you know, creative and responsive feedback to it. I'm fine with you watching my videos. Quantum's on the other fucking end of the, you know, end of the spectrum. He's like, don't watch my videos, or I will copyright strike you. You know, I will copyright strike you down like I'm fucking Zeus up in his clouds. You know. You know, it's like maybe, and this is talking about all those Twitch streamers. Maybe they're referring to Quantum TV when it comes to YouTubers that don't like streamers watching their content, because he just fucking throws copyright strikes around anywhere. In fact, I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike sooner rather than later. That'll be great. That'll be fun. Can't wait to fight him on that shit. You know, as if I don't have enough to go on, or as if I don't have enough to deal with in life. He'll probably throw me a copyright strike just by streaming his shit. You know, maybe he's in the stream right now. I don't fucking know. Let's go back to listening to this fucknut.
Are you hard of hearing? I will say this for all the people in the back who are struggling to hear me, okay? I'll say this for the people in the rafters. In 2018, I had a massive compromise of all of my social media accounts. My PlayStation and Xbox even got hacked. Nothing was safe. That means that main accounts like my YouTube account were hacked in 2018.
Well, here we come, the bullshit excuse about him being hacked. The thing is, the Atman's video, along with everyone else, are part of a larger work for transformative purposes. They also don't need Quantum TV's permission as it's deemed fair. Yeah, it's fair use. Here's the thing, I think his name is Montader, Some Ordinary Gamer. I think that's his YouTube channel's name. Pretty cool YouTuber, I will say. He even stated how, you know, YouTube videos, they don't have the same, you know, they're fair use because they're created on the platform. You know, one YouTuber can react to another YouTuber, and there's nothing wrong with that. The difference is taking, say, MasterChef, okay, because this is a big problem that ends up on Twitch. A lot of people go on Twitch and they react to or watch MasterChef. You know, they just watch that stuff. They're watching something that doesn't belong to the or to the website that they're streaming it on. You know, MasterChef is owned by Fox. Twitch isn't owned by Fox. They're owned by Amazon, I believe. That's why they have the Amazon Prime partnership thing, or thingamabob, whatever it's called. So that's the thing. You know, you have this thing where people are streaming something that isn't owned by the website, because really, let's be real, any stream, any YouTube short, any YouTube video in general is technically owned by YouTube. Like, YouTube has partial ownership in it. That's why, you know, you have to make sure the video is, you know, that's why they get the right to deem if it's fair use, because obviously if the website thought otherwise, if they didn't care, then we could just upload whatever we want on the website. And that's how it was in like 2007 when the website first started up. You know, you could just upload whatever, and the only reason why they stopped allowing people to just upload whatever they wanted was because things like Viacom would sue YouTube for a lot of money because some of their shows were being uploaded onto the website. The TV meta is definitely dreadful. The TV meta is definitely on Twitch, and it's definitely a dreadful bitch. That rhymed. But let's keep hearing it, because he's gonna get to a stupid part.
I was unfortunate enough because the person that hacked me wanted to impersonate and say things as me to make.
Hold on, let me do one last thing. Hold on. Shit. Fuck. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I need to fix something. Fucking annotations thing was killing me. And
I would say he had a ball for a good shit I don't even know how many months it was. I was unfortunate enough because the person that hacked me wanted to impersonate and say things as me to make me look bad. That was the purpose of that hack. And he had a ball. I would say he had a ball for a good shit. I don't even know how many months it was. He went on just tearing everything apart. It took years to get over that. You guys wouldn't know that because you just found out about me, right? You don't know the history of the shit I've been dealing with. Now,
Okay, I said this already. If you got hacked and you finally got your account back after months, you have to let everyone know that your account was hacked. Make the announcement on a full tweet. Say, hey everyone, I just want to let you guys know for the last X amount of days or months, my YouTube or my Twitter or my Facebook was hacked. Someone was impersonating as me and was going around saying awful, nasty things about people and things. And that was not me. That was someone else. The screenshots that you are seeing right now was the person who hacked my account. This is the only evidence left because I've now deleted the tweets, every single tweet that wasn't mine, and I know which one. Excuse me, and I know which ones were mine. That's what you do. That's what you say. You let everyone know, hey, I got hacked. Someone was being me. Someone was faking to be me. This was not me during these tweets. They're all deleted now. So don't worry about it. This was never me. This wasn't me. Swear to God.
why would somebody hate you? You're a nobody, Quantum. That's the argument that I immediately get. But we're forgetting that I don't have 65,000 subscribers for no reason. I actually have a following. But my following is because I attacked people like Vincent Teo, and I've attacked the AVS Forum because of their dedication to the old ways of the 30-year-old industry standards that don't work. And I've been a truther for every single television I've ever reviewed, showing every single flaw without sponsors or without selling out. And
Okay, so you can say that as much as you want. You can sing it to the heavens. I will find it incredibly hard to believe you when. Okay, let me just say this. Everyone goes through, every person that I understand, from what I understand, everyone has a prime. Everyone has it where everything is clicking. You know, their IQ is up here. You know, it's up to the ceiling. Their production is up to the ceiling. They're balling. You know, like in sports. You know, we got guys that be in their prime for several years. You know, there are some guys who have that 1 year where they're just magical. You know, they're dominant. You know, there's all that stuff. And then eventually they start to do, you know, while their intelligence stays up, you know, because they're wiser as they, you know, continue to play, their athleticism starts to dip, their production takes a hit as a result of their lack of athleticism, eventually resulting in them having a swan-song season and thus the inevitable retirement. It happens to a lot of athletes. So let's use that as an example. In this case, Quantum, everything that I've heard from you recently has been terrible. So even if you had years where you built a following because you had great arguments, you were consistent with, you know, with where you stood, even if that was the case, that's in the past. That's back then. Your arguments now have to be at that level. Otherwise, we can't take what you say seriously, especially if you're talking about newer, you know, people who are just learning about you over the last month or so. Like for me, for example, I didn't know who the fuck this guy was until like last week. Okay, I didn't know anything about Quantum TV. So how am I supposed to believe anything you say now when a lot of your arguments, your most recent arguments, have been bad, and so bad to the point that you weren't confident enough to keep them on the platform and you just deleted them? How am I supposed to believe you? How's anyone supposed to take what you say serious? You see the problem here? You guys see what the issue is here? Just because you were good back then, doesn't mean you're still good now if you are making key mistakes. If you're not, you know, maintaining consistency with your arguments. If your way of arguing things has changed. Like, I wish I could find his argument on... I really do. I really wish I could find his videos on Elden Ring because he deleted them, like the first two essentially. so it's hard to find it. But all of his arguments weren't good. It's and again, if you're so good at making constructive arguments, why do you have suddenly the need to delete them? Mahler gets flack for his videos. He gets a lot of flack. Some fucknut like a few weeks ago was on TikTok calling out Mahler with a shitty green screen, talking about how he makes long videos when the whole point of Mahler's YouTube channel is discussion in long form. That's his whole purpose. That's what he does. He takes something and he breaks it down through a long form of a long process of breaking things down. That's what he does. So I don't know why people constantly rip into him for that stuff. But those people exist, unfortunately. What was I? God, what was I thinking about this? I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm losing my thought process right now. Too much is spinning in my head trying to process what he's saying. You know, very hard. It's very difficult. The AV-TV community has even reached out to the Ackman stating how fed up they are with him. Yeah, I've heard about that too. When your own community is calling out your bullshit, you probably need to, think about what the fuck you're doing with your life. Not saying you should quit. I'm not that person, but you gotta take a second to look at yourself in the mirror and question everything you've said and done up to this point. As far as what I was saying about Mahler, yeah, he does long form media discussion. He says it in his YouTube banner, so I don't know why people still rip into him for, his construction on criticism or the way he makes his videos. I don't get it, but that's just how it is. Let's just keep going. I'm
just
losing.
telling you everything is awesome, right? And so people who appreciate the truth love what I do. And they've named this channel the #1 brand in honesty. That's not a self-given name, right?
Not a self-given. Okay, people who say it is one thing. Your fucking YouTube banner says it. Hang on a second. Hang on. We gotta take a look at this, y'all, because he is lying through his teeth. Once a fucking again, he is lying right through his fucking teeth. I got. This is insane. Like, this is actually insane how this guy thinks. We gotta take a second to look at his thing. I want you guys to look right here. Right here. Shut the fuck up. Right here. Not self-named, right? Not self-named. What is this? What the fuck? Let's zoom in real quick. Just so we can get the fucking... Just so we can be clear here. The #1 brand in honesty. Does that not sound self-named to you? What person goes around saying, nobody calls me the #1 brand in honesty, or I don't go around calling myself the #1 brand in honesty. People do that for me. Then immediately turn around and make this banner. This is what you call self-proclaim. It's not even like it's being quoted by someone. No one's saying it. There's no like quote that's saying someone said this about me. Like how like the video games where the critics, gaming critics will play the game and they'll have the little quote for like the commercial or trailer, and they'll say the best game in 15 fucking years, bitch. They'll say something like, this is the video game that will get your parents to be pissed off with you. This is the video game that will get you to finally lose your motherfucking virginity. Like there's those type of games that have those quotes made. The game didn't call it that themselves. People said that for them. So there's a difference. Also, there are other people live streaming their input on the situation. Griffin Gaming, first victim of copyright abuse, recently uploaded. Yeah, I don't know too much about Griffin Gaming. From what I understand, he doesn't really agree with Ackman's He doesn't agree with Actman when it comes to Vanguard. And while I do, now here's the thing, I don't. I agree more with him with the Actman. I agree with the Actman, not because simply I'm a fan of Actman, so I gotta defend the guy. I agree with them because I knew from day one, COD Vanguard was just gonna be a copy and pasted game. It was gonna be a low effort game, low maintenance. It was gonna be a bad game essentially. I knew that basically from day one, and I don't know how people are going to, disagree with them. There is so much wrong with the game. Yeah, number one, Brandon, honesty. Like I said, you say that you didn't that's not self-proclaimed, but you place that as your YouTube banner, and you didn't have it quoted by someone else. Video game thing and whatnot. So I don't get you. I don't get you, Quantum. And again, none of us really get you, do they? None of us really understand where you're coming from with all
Then
this shit.
why didn't you delete the tweets? Yes, because as I'm falling ill from injuries from degenerative nerve damage, right? You wouldn't know anything about that chapter in Quantum TV. You weren't watching.
Okay, degenerative nerve damage. It's a pretty bad medical issue. Degenerative any of that sort is bad. If I watch sports, I know about this guy. There's a former NBA player named Brandon Roy. He was a great player in his heyday, all the way up to like 2011, and then all of a sudden he just gets this degenerative knee issue that causes him to be forced to retire. It sucked. It sucked for the guy. He was a great player, great scorer, all that stuff. Todd Gurley, a running back, famously known for playing for the now named Los Angeles Rams. His career has deteriorated fast because he has degenerative knee, or I think he has a degenerative knee as well. Which I think is because back in his college days he had a torn ACL, so it may have to do with that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I don't really know like the full details on it. I just know that his career has been basically deteriorating quickly as a result of it. So when body parts degenerate, it's not a good thing. But if it's not like your arms, or that's not even the thing we want to talk about. Let's say that it's so bad. Let me hear exactly how bad this was.
Nerve damage, right? You wouldn't know anything about that chapter in Quantum TV. You weren't watching along those lines.
Okay, nerve damage. All right. So you know about this, and you had degenerative nerve damage. Why the fuck don't you have someone that you know, someone that you can trust, to go to your Twitter and delete the post for you? Why don't you make the tweet using voiceover, using the microphone in your phone to say it? It's not that hard. Listen, I don't have degenerative issues with my body. I don't have degenerative nerve damage or anything of that sort. The worst injury I've ever sustained was being elbowed in the quadricep muscle in my right leg and playing on it for another 20 minutes and allowing the injury to spread across my thigh region all the way down to the ligaments in my knee. It was so bad I couldn't walk properly. I had to cling onto walls and stairwells, or the railings on stairs, to get around my house. I couldn't go to school for a week. And when I did get back to school finally, when I had to leave school early to go see a doctor about my knee, I could feel like a void in the region around there. I couldn't really feel anything. The PCL, MCL, ACL, all those ligaments were numb. It was terrible. But that didn't stop me from eventually getting back to school. And while it set me back playing basketball for a few years, it didn't stop me from functioning as a person or functioning mentally. The idea is still, you have your brain still intact, do you not? Is the degenerative knee or nerve, excuse me, is the degenerative nerve problem so bad that it's afflicting your brain? Because if it's not, then maybe you should consider asking for help to get your account back and ask someone to delete the tweets for you. Or, better yet, let's just say you finally get back on your 2 feet. Let's say you finally get through your demons of this degenerative nerve problem and you finally get back to living life normally. Why the fuck isn't your first priority getting those tweets off Twitter, off Facebook? Why is that not your first priority? Any message that was made by these quote unquote hackers, why aren't you deleting them as soon as you are able, you're able-bodied? Why aren't you getting rid of them? Why are you procrastinating on deleting these messages when you know the second these messages reach to the public, your career is in jeopardy? People will not look at you the same way anymore. My throat's getting dry. Hold on. Why isn't your first objective deleting the tweets, deleting the messages, deleting the Facebook posts? Why aren't you doing that as soon as you are able to? Why? Please explain to me. If you are able to sit in a chair, then you clearly have your arms functional. You might be able to walk, maybe not properly. You may have to walk around with a cane, but that doesn't mean your arms aren't able-bodied, that you can't use them. Go onto the internet and fucking delete the posts, okay? I don't give a shit if you hadn't been on your social media account in ages, as you call it. I don't care if you weren't on it for 24 hours. I don't care if you weren't on it for 5 weeks. I don't care about that. Sorry about that, guys. Um, Sorry about that. My dad just walked in. What was I saying? Oh yeah. You know, you're able to sit at your computer finally. You know, I'm sure this degenerative nerve problem wasn't striking you for so long. There's no, I don't believe you in that this injury that you had, that's medical, this medical injury, kept you from sitting up straight at some point and putting on a laptop to delete the post. I don't believe you. You're lying through your teeth. There's no way in hell that you just, when you finally are able to think properly and use the internet, that you just refuse to consider deleting the posts. And here's the thing, you know, they're finally deleted when Review Tech USA streams about it. When he streams and points this out, all of a sudden the post gets deleted. What's up with that? Why aren't they still up anymore? If these supposed hackers want to destroy your career or destroy your image, now they want to delete it? Or is that just you behind the screen finally conceding that, yeah, I need to delete these posts, and that you're done procrastinating on it? You know, it just doesn't make any sense with this guy.
Right? You weren't there for that saga. My OG guys, those people who've been with me day one, you guys know about that.
I don't care if people knew about this. What matters is you finally getting some time. If you are having degenerative nerve issues, then you probably, and you're going to say this. I know you're going to say it because I watched some of this video earlier. You're going to talk about how you're a photographer. Okay. So if the nerve damage was keeping you from doing your photography job, why didn't you take some time while you were in the hospital or wherever you had to be to delete the posts? Okay. You know, I know you had time off from work. There's no way every single day you're working on photography, because otherwise you wouldn't have enough time to make these videos that may or may not be shit most often than not. While also, you know, there's no way that you're all of a sudden, you know, you're working every day on photography so you don't have time to delete the post when clearly you aren't working every day on photography because you're making videos. You know, if you have time to make videos, if you have time to do photography, you have time to delete the fucking posts. That's all I have to say about that. Let's keep going.
You know how I've been struggling to get good on camera to rehabilitate my physical being, right? I've went to rehab. I had at one point we were looking into surgery options. We were doing everything we could so that I could be normal again, right? You guys wouldn't know anything.
Look, I'm sorry it was so bad that it was getting to the point that you had to consider surgery. But as something as simple as deleting a post on social media, that's not a good enough excuse. You know, there be dudes who, okay. J.D. McKissick is a running back for the newly named Washington Commanders. I call them the Redskins. Just remove the letter D. He had a concussion in the game against the Seattle Seahawks this past season. And he had to get taken out of the game. We didn't know if it was nerve damage in his neck. As soon as the game was over, he was able to go on Twitter and say, "Hey guys, just letting y'all know, I'm perfectly fine. Just a little damage to the head, banged up on the head. Not a serious concussion, just a little migraine. I'll be good." And he played he played a few more games this past season. So, if he had a concussion and was able to still make the tweet and say, "I'm fine, guys, don't worry about me," how come you couldn't take a second to let everyone know about this on social media? They're injuries, They're not similar injuries, but they're injuries that prevent you from, doing what you do daily. And you got to let people know about this. Come on.
About that history shared on Quantum TV because you don't do research. You don't care. All you care about is you saw something from a hacked tweet in 2018. And oh boy.
Delete when you have a chance. Delete the fucking tweets. There's no way you have something to do every single day or at every single moment of the day that you don't have time the last 4 years to delete terrible tweets.
Boy,
Jesus.
This motherfucker's guilty. Oh, he's lying. Look at him trying to cover his tracks. Bitch, nobody's afraid of you. And nobody's afraid of anything you think you know about me. Don't you think in the last God knows how many years I've been on YouTube, go ahead, look it up, whatever, okay? That if what you're saying is true, I wouldn't be here all these years later from the published date of Quantum TV. I mean, come on, man. You're talking about a channel who has done nothing but review products is magically going to come up with these kinds of values out of the blue and say this outlandish, wild shit. Here's the reality. I leave no secret or nothing to the imagination when I talk about myself, right? So one of the things you can easily deduce, I am a guy that is very much in love with my wife. I don't mind telling people I love my wife. I love being married. And I don't mind telling people that, hey, I'm a Christian man. I love my faith. Because I do that, are you ready to obey?
God damn it, fucking fucking YouTube ads. I can't remove them. I can't do shit about this, guys. I'm sorry. This is so stupid.
And twist Christian man, I love my faith. My wife, I love being married. I'm a guy that is very much in love with my wife. You can easily deduce, I am a guy that is very much in love with my wife. I don't secret or nothing to the imagination when I talk about myself, right? So one of the things you can easily deduce, I am a guy that is very much in love with my wife. I don't mind telling people I love my wife. I love being married. And I don't mind telling people that, hey, I'm a Christian man. I love my faith. Because I do that, people use
so
that
a lot of people talk about how as a Christian most Christians aren't supportive towards people who aren't straight. They don't really support queer and lesbian and gay people, all this, the triad, if you will. They'll say something like that. The thing is, I'm a Christian and I don't have a fucking problem with someone who's gay. I don't have a problem with someone who's queer or lesbian. That's not my issue. My issue is their actions. Are they a good person? Do they work for a living? Do they have a good job? Or are they a criminal? Are they an asshole? Do they maliciously allow other people to hit their cars so they can potentially get the opportunity of getting they can get money back for the damages of the car. I'm not saying quantum TV is those things. I'm just saying I don't have an issue if you're gay. I don't have an issue if you're a lesbian or you're a queer person. If you're anything that's LGBTQ plus whatever the fuck it is related, I don't have a problem with it. What I will always criticize is the characters, the person's actions, the individual's actions. That's what I will criticize. That's what I'm going to point out. And if you aren't, and if you are a person who does bad things, then I'm gonna call you out on it, just like anyone else. You know, you may be. I'm not calling you out because you're a queer person. I'm calling you out because you stole a person's purse. I'm not calling you out because you're gay. I'm calling you out because you thought it'd be a good idea to chase a person into an alleyway, shake them a few times, and steal their belongings and leave them bleeding out. Happens because the thing that people point out with Christians is how they aren't fine with you being gay or fine with someone being gay. They aren't fine with it or being queer. A lot of people in the Christian religion don't agree with someone being gay or not, or just not being straight in general. That's the main issue. That's an issue that we are having. And I understand why some people have an issue with someone being Christian. I don't have a problem with that because I understand why. I'm Christian. I don't have a problem with gay people, but if a person who was gay or anyone LGBTQ had an issue with me, I would understand why. Because I say that I'm Christian or I follow the Christian religion. If they don't know me personally, they're gonna automatically assume, oh, he's just, oh, you're homophobic because you're Christian, or that you're transphobic because you're Christian. That's an issue that ends up happening due to mistakes that are being made through communication. I say, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm a follower of Christianity. I understand why someone would call you a homophobe because you're a Christian. I mean, it happens. It happens a lot. Mistakes get made a lot.
Labeled all kinds of other things. I've heard all kinds of disgusting, horrible things. Now, I love how, like, we go from that and all of my history that you guys don't know to then, oh boy, Quantum TV is really just this shitty person. Let's try to gang up on him. And then people come to me. They send me all kinds of personal information on you. 90% of it I have no interest in. I know about all of your family members at this point. I don't care to know that. I know so much. It's overwhelming the kind of stuff people will send on you because you're being a hypocrite.
He is extremely bigoted. Yeah, that's something he's got to figure out. That's something we don't have any control of. He needs to come to the realization that there's nothing wrong with someone being gay or being lesbian, especially on social media. I don't have a problem with someone being gay or anyone LGBTQ on social media. For someone, if someone wants to reenact a picture or an image from the Last of Us 2, I don't have a problem with that. You do you. You live life. I don't want to, I agree. I think of the saying of, I like Diesel Patches. His mindset is if it's on the internet, it is, people say, mind your business, but it's on the internet, so it technically is my business because I use the internet, other people use the internet, so we all get as a collective see the stuff. So yeah, we want to have a word on what this stuff is. So at the end of the day, there's at the end of the day, you know, it's just something he's got to come to terms with. He's got to understand that there's nothing wrong with people who are gay or anyone LGBTQ. Hmm. Anyways, let's just keep going.
At this point, and they know it. Because, all of those skeletons in your closet that you don't want people poking at, you don't want to relive those controversies that you finally got over. People finally let that apology you gave just blow it over, right?
Okay. Ackman says, let's just use Ackman as an example because this is the big one. Ackman in old tweets said racial slurs. He regrets it. He apologized for it. Someone can bring it up. What's that going to change? Yeah, he said it. Big whoop. He's apologized for it. Let me make sure I'm very crystal clear with this. Because Ackman apologized, it's not as demeaning or it's not as, applicable in this case. The problem is, Quantum, is that you have had no sincere remorse for apologizing for anything. You haven't apologized for the smallest thing. I'm sorry if I'm being loud, everyone. I'm going to kind of dip it a little further. The problem is that you haven't apologized for anything. Anything you said recently, you haven't apologized for. Anything you said in the past that may or may not have been you, you haven't apologized. This is the issue we have with you, is that you don't apologize for this stuff. You don't apologize for shit. You just think that, oh, I don't need to apologize even though I said something that was incredibly rude to another person. So I'm not going to apologize for it. Fuck you, man. You really don't think you deserve, you really think you're so great or you're such a big shot that you don't have to apologize? Get the fuck out of here. Take your big shot ways and get the fuck off of Earth. Go to Mars or something. Be a Martian. You can be all the big shot there you want. Be the first actual human being to just live and colonize Mars. We don't give a fuck. We won't fuck with you at that point. Go isolate yourself somewhere, bro. Because we're not tolerating your shit. None of us really want to tolerate your shit. It's annoying. The stuff you said in the past, the stuff you say now is annoying. You make the rest of us look bad. Let me be precise when I say this. When you tell people to kill themselves because they didn't agree with your opinion on something, you make all of us YouTubers look bad. All of us content creators will look worse thanks to your comments, your actions. What do you not understand? What the fuck do you not understand about this? When you say something stupid and just completely dumb, you're going to affect not only yourself but the rest of us. Especially when we have to associate ourselves with your scumminess, your asshole persona, your bullshit. Let's keep going. In my personal opinion, I don't view homosexuals or transsexual people as part of an agenda. They're human like us, gender equality, same as everyone else should. Exactly. It's like, it's not that difficult. Okay, so a guy likes, likes other dudes, He prefers cock over vagina. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if this is going to get demonetized. I don't care. So what if he says that? So what if he prefers one gender over another? Who gives a fuck? Same goes with women. So what if she doesn't like cock? She prefers a pussy, So what if she prefers that? I don't got a right to judge. I don't have a problem with that. Do you. Live life. You only live once. Live the life you want, Make it fruitful. Make it, adventurous. Find something. Find your niche in life so that when you pass away in like the age of 89, you can look back at everything you did and say, I don't regret a single thing. Well, maybe that one time that I ate those boogers when I picked my nose. But other than that, I don't regret anything else. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that difficult.
Nobody cares anymore, right? Here's the thing, though. You want to come out and you want to have these bold opinions as if you yourself haven't gone through people being nasty on the internet. And on these live streams...
Yes, I haven't gone through nasty people on the internet. I haven't, been criticized, by people on the internet for things that I said. That was something that was either dumb or whatnot. You know why? Because I'm able to process what the situation is and think of an opinion that either is different and can be, that's differentiated by everyone else's opinion, that's well constructed, so that even if people disagree with what I say, they understand where I'm coming from and they understand my opinion on the matter. What people have a problem with, and actually, let me take a step further back. You know, when you say something that diminishes a person, when you say something that's rude, people aren't going to like that. People aren't going to tolerate that. You know, for me, I don't get afflicted by much of what people say on the internet. If people disagree with what I say, I've had arguments where where I was seemingly in the right. I've had arguments where I played devil's advocate. Even I would agree with some people with what they say, but still prefer playing devil's advocate. I've been in many arguments with people, many arguments, many discussions, but never in my life have I looked at my arguments, especially recently, and say I didn't do enough or I didn't explain enough. A lot of those arguments, I don't end up, people agreeing with me completely. Not everyone would agree with me, and I'm fine with that. I just like, at the end of the day, putting my opinion out there and that it's not the same thing that someone else has said, it feels good. Especially when, even if people disagree with you, they understand where you're coming from. There's a lot of, people out there. And I've had arguments where people were pissed with what I say, I can't really think of one recently, but maybe something about The Last Jedi, in the sequel trilogy as a whole. I had made an argument with this person and was like, no one has a problem with you liking the movies. We just have an issue with we will have, the only issue many of us have is if you have a constructive response as to why you think the movie is good. It's stuff like that it's stuff like that made my argument, not very good or not very constructive. It's stuff like that. I'm getting off topic. Let's keep going.
You've seen through Mischief. I've shown that off in a video, okay? Where Mischief says, why would anybody want to impersonate him? Because it's fucking funny. Those are his words. It's happening. So don't say it's not an impersonation. When somebody hacks my shit, impersonates me through my main channel, acting like me, and I'm locked out, I literally can't. Bro, that shit happened on Facebook. I was freaking the fuck out, man. I was like, how the fuck do I even get it? How did they even get into my shit? I was calling around everywhere I could. I'm fucking calling the police.
You don't fucking call the police to discuss something on the internet. You go to support team on that social media website. If it's Facebook, you go to Facebook support. If it's Twitter, you go to Twitter support. You tell them straight up, hey, my account's been hacked. I need help. Help me get my account back. And once, you go through the process of, resetting your password and all that stuff, once that's fixed, you have to let everyone know in that moment, hey, I was hacked. All the tweets that were recently just said in the last 24 hours or, however many hours I didn't have my account, access to my account, that was not me. I'm serious. I swear it wasn't me. You do that. You don't just... what the fuck? It doesn't matter. Even if I was hacked, but, who gives a shit? We will. Because we're going to think that's you. Especially when you don't go into detail and show screenshots of which messages weren't yours. Who goes to the police for something on the internet? That's like going to an NBA player and saying, hey, can you disarm this bomb for me? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Of course they're not going to be able to solve it. They're going to be able to do that shit for you. The police can't do anything on the internet, bro. At least in terms of social media accounts. They don't do that. A policeman will help you, or police people will assist you on something like, oh, my bank account was, messed with. They'll be there to help out, because eventually it's because you tell the bank folk that your account was hacked. they can probably track down the hacker, or they let the police know, and the police can go through all the, they can try and track down the hacker, and they eventually find the person. They arrest them, and then they eventually go to jail for taking all your money. Quantum TV blamed his copyright strike against the Ackman on YouTube support, giving him bad advice. He said he scolded them for it. Yeah, I heard that he didn't even link the videos that he was copywriting because he deleted them. And I was just like, well, yeah, no shit, they're not gonna fucking take your copyright serious. You deleted your own fucking videos. How are they supposed to take down? How are they supposed to take down a video that you yourself removed off the platform? They can't do anything about it. And even then, it's still on the internet. Even if it's not on YouTube, it's going to be on a different website. Hell, it could probably be on, let's throw out Daily Motion, or let's just get really raunchy with it. You'll probably find your shit on Pornhub or Spank Bank, that stuff, it can end up there. Once it's on the internet, it stays on there. It's very difficult to cleanse the internet of something that you post, especially if it's up there for a long enough time and a lot of people are able to see it. It doesn't matter how much you do, it doesn't matter what you try, it's still up there.
And trying to figure everything out. You have no idea how scary that shit was, right? Because you're not living an original life through me. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, it's like, I can go through all of this hardship and I can have all this shit happen, and you guys think I need to apologize because it happened to me. Let me say, hold on. You didn't hear that. Let me say that again. You think I need to apologize because somebody hacked me, and I need to apologize for the things they did as me, and find everything they posted under my name when I was hacked.
Okay, we're not asking you for a fucking apology if it wasn't you. We are telling you, why didn't you let us all know that this happened as soon as you got your account back? Why didn't you delete these posts as soon as you got your account back? That is the point. That is the argument. You can't throw out there and say that you had degenerative nerve problems and say that you didn't have the time. There would have been spurts and moments in your day where if you were on a medical bed, where you would have nothing to do because the doctor either was taking a break from helping you out with your, whatever surgeries were needed or any examinations, you could have had a chance. You had time. I know you did, because, I've gone through MRI scans where I had time to sit down and look at my phone. I had time to think over things and do stuff, specifically on the phone, obviously. So there's all kinds of stuff that you could have done in the middle of a hospital room. You could have taken your time and waited. Or you had enough time to simply tell everyone, this wasn't me. These tweets were not made by me. I was hacked. I don't fucking understand this logic that this dude's providing. There might be re-upload, archive channels, archive videos, etc. Yeah, that is true, obviously. I just wanted to point out that, once it's on the internet, it stays on. That's the whole point. So there are archive channels that will likely, take his video and re-upload it somewhere else. But, there's other websites, that could, post it up there as well. Shit, it didn't play.
Act in 2018. Here's what I challenge all of you to do. Find something recent. Find it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Find anything from 2020, I would even say, onward. Find the most recent shit. Find it a day ago.
Oh, you want me to find something?
Hateful and horrible and ignorant.
Oh boy, Quantum TV, you should have never suggested that to me. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second, because even though I probably won't be able to find the original video, guess what? The fucking idiot, Ackman has it on his YouTube channel. Ackman isn't a fucking idiot, by the way. I'm talking about him. He's the fucking idiot who made this video in the first place. The Ackman. Alright, I gotta take a quick second. You don't want... This is gonna be good. Oh, baby. I'm rubbing my hands together. I think you guys can hear it, hopefully. This gotta be it.
Explaining this to you. I can maybe kind of smooth out your aggression and your backlash. Nothing.
Mute the audio real quick. There it is. Okay,
like.
okay, okay.
It is childish
There,
to look
here
at
it is.
somebody and say,
Here it is. Here, all right. Yeah, Quantum. You didn't want us to find any sort of hateful words made by you. You didn't want us to find anything that you said that was negative. Oh, we're gonna get to that. Don't worry about that, Mr. We're gonna talk about what he said about the Batman review. Here it is.
at the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. If you like what you like.
What was that? What was that? I can't hear you.
Nothing against you. It's not a personal attack. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. If you like what you like.
One more time.
Again, nothing against you. It's not a personal attack. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man.
Oh, how ironic. He thought we couldn't find something that he said that was incredibly offensive or nasty. Well, what is that? What is that, Quantum? Was that you? Wasn't that just you just now telling people that at the end of the day, go kill yourself, man?
Go. Find me saying some shit that's just hateful and horrible and ignorant. Now, I know what you guys are going to try to do.
You fucking idiot. Did you really think I wasn't gonna let that shit slide? Oh my god, you're more incompetent than you lead on, dude.
We're gonna try to twist those words in that old Batman review that I did, right? Which I deleted because
oh,
you guys
here it
kept
is.
taking it out of context. Here's the reality. When I pointed out Zoe Kravitz's biracial makeup and said that she was a half-breed herself, I'm drawing the parallel that she's half.
Oh, there it is, Mr. Garrett. We're getting to that conversation. Hold on to your balls. Hold on to your trousers. Hold on to your butts.
Black and half white and shouldn't be using white privilege to attack white people. I was defending against racism, which was the whole reason I brought it up. And in that review, none of you play that part. Racist, white, and shouldn't be said that she was a half-breed herself. I'm drawing the parallel that she's half black and half white and shouldn't be using white privilege to attack white people. I was defending against racism, which was the whole reason I brought it up. And in that review, none of you play that part where I said that's an unnecessary comment. The movie would have been just fine without it and nobody would have said a thing.
Okay. The problem, Quantum, isn't the fact that... Actually, I need to retract that statement and give you a new one. Quantum, you say you're trying to battle racism because an actress was using white makeup to... What the fuck was even this shit? What the fuck?
Text. Here's the reality. When I pointed out Zoe Kravitz's biracial makeup and said that she was a half-breed herself, I'm drawing the parallel that she's half black and half white and shouldn't be using white privilege to attack white people.
White privilege to attack white people? What the fuck? What? Oh my god. Okay. You can't battle racism. Let me just say this. Let me get this out of the way. You can't battle racism while being racist yourself. That negates the point. This is like what happened with that dumbass movie Cuties that Netflix made, where the message was don't sexualize children. You can't tell us not to sexualize children and do it anyways in your film. It's the same song and dance with this fucknut Quantum TV. Quantum, you can't tell people to not be racist and then immediately call a biracial person a half-breed. And that affects me in some matter. I'm half black and half white. So what? Am I a half-breed too? Are you going to call me a half-breed as well? What's up then? You want to see a half of something? You'll see my half black side. You know, I was raised by a father who didn't fuck around with me as a 6-year-old. He beat my ass black and blue. All right. That's so stupid. Like, why the fuck are you calling someone a... Half-breed is a racial slur, you fucking retard. Or just a racial term to use in general. You don't call someone a fucking half-breed, you idiot. Oh my god. Did your degenerative nerve problem actually affect your brain? I have to assume so. Because there's no way you can say that you make constructive, good arguments in the past. And then all of a sudden, all your arguments are shit. And you're saying such stupid stuff like this. It is a racial slur. Doesn't matter what context. Quantum didn't need to spew the word. Yeah, he really didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call the fight fire with fire argument. Thank you very much. You can't fight racism when you're being racist yourself. Quantum, you dumbass.
I was defending against racism, which was the whole
Defend-
reason
I just need to say, defending against racism. Okay. I'm defending against racism. He really thinks he really thinks he's he really thinks he's some hot stuff, doesn't he? He really thinks he's tough shit. I'm defending against racism. Look at me. Ooh. Oh my god.
brought it up.
Get the
in
fuck
that
outta
review,
here.
none of you play that part where I said that's an unnecessary comment.
Yeah, it was unnecessary. If you hadn't fucking made that clip, you could have just re-uploaded it without the stupid term half-breed in it, and you probably would have gotten off scot-free. I don't know what the rest of your videos. I'm kind of staying spoiler-free with the Batman reviews right now because I haven't been able to watch it. I haven't been in the theater in like forever, so I haven't had a chance to watch any movies that come out in like the last 3 to. I haven't been in the movie theater since 2016. Let's just put it like that. Back when Donald Trump was about to be in office. I ain't a Trump fan, I ain't a Trump supporter, but that motherfucker is a gold mine worth of memes. It's been forever since I've been in a movie theater. But yeah, I've been staying spoiler free essentially from the Batman.
The movie would have been just fine without it, and nobody would have said a thing. You guys leave convenient shit out to make me look bad on purpose.
Oh my god, yes, they are putting the things that you say on purpose because they are trying to critique you. They're criticizing you. They are pointing out that regardless of how good or bad your fucking review was on the film, you added an unnecessary statement or comment about someone, calling them a racial slur. You didn't need to fucking put that in the video, Quantum. You could have had the video be itself and no one would give two rat's asses. You're exactly right about that. I can agree with you on one thing, you fucking bastard. But if there's one thing you have to understand is that people are trying to help you get better. We want you to be the best person that you can be. And you can't be that when you're throwing out racial slurs and telling gay people because they decided to reenact a scene from one of their favorite games, which may or may not be bad, that they should have been a Pulse victim. You can't fucking do that, dude. Why is it so difficult that you just can't be a good person? Why? Why is it so difficult for you? It's not hard. Just don't be an asshole. Be respectable. Be a respectful person, and you'll get respect back. That's how it works. It's a boomerang. You throw the boomerang of respect, it flies out there, hits people, and all of a sudden it's a respect +1, and eventually it hits you, and you get a respect +1 too. So I don't get it. I don't get it with this guy. Why is it so difficult for you?
To try to say, see, these are his recent bigoted ideas. I'm not a bigot. I'm in an interracial marriage. I love literally every single race on this fucking planet. I love every single race, bro. On God.
Okay.
Live streams.
Oh yeah, I love every race on this planet. Yeah, apparently you don't love LGBTQ people. You fucking despise them. Don't tell me otherwise. You're bullshit. Yeah. Directly quoting his own words is now considered painting him in a negative light. That's his logic. Yeah. It's a very bad logic. It's very illogical. But apparently that's how he sees the world. That's how he sees things. And we should respect his choice. Not. Let's keep going.
I don't care what your sexual orientation or your religion is or any of that stuff. I help every family. Because I understand families deserve the best for their dollars. We're killing ourselves to get every little thing we have. And finally, we finally work ourselves damn near to the grave to finally get a little bit of time off, and we want to watch TV with our families, and I'm really good at knowing how to help you guys as a professional. And so that's the service I offer people. And you guys are now...
Yeah, you can't really call yourself that you shouldn't really do that, especially with all your recent arguments have been really bad. You can't really say that you're a prime example. How does he word it precisely?
Every little thing we have. And finally, we finally work ourselves damn near to the grave to finally get a little bit of time off, and we want to watch TV with our families, and I'm really good at knowing how to help you guys as a professional. And so that's the service I offer people. And you guys are now trying to twist even my whole...
It's a very shitty offer you provide us. It's like trading LeBron James for a 7th round pick. I will. What can I offer? What will you offer us for LeBron James? Yeah, we'll give you a 7th round pick. 7th rounder. Is that good? There's no such thing as a 7th round pick in NBA basketball, but it's the lowest I can think of off the top of my head. Fucking shitty offer you can provide us.
Hope for pause. Fucking movement that I've been doing from so many years ago, where I'm literally on every video, I make everything a fundraiser to just give the little guy a fucking chance. You are the same people probably running over those turtles and those poor raccoons and possums on the side of the road for...
Haha, joke's on you, bitch. I'll fucking drive. At least not a lot. Alright, let's just say this for the record. Quantum, I respect what you are doing to help animals. I respect that shit. Him claiming how he loves all races while being in an interracial marriage is his version of the "I'm not racist because I have black friends" excuse. That's the only time I know I can take that reference of that quote that you just put, Mr. Gamer, is the... If you've listened to Joyner Lucas, really good artist, I highly recommend him, and listen to his song "I'm Not Racist." He has 2 different verses essentially that plays as one guy is white, one guy that's black, and the white guy pretty much makes that exact same thing in the song. He's like, "I'm not racist because I got black friends." Oh my god, that is a really good comparison, bro. You give yourself a pat on the back. You fucking deserve it. I'm not racist because I have black friends. All right, let's keep going. Wait, I just fucked up. I was about to say something. Look, Quantum, I respect the fact that you are going out of your way to help animals, wild animals. You want to help protect them. I respect that. But that doesn't make it all of a sudden everything you've done, everything you've said suddenly just doesn't, it just flatlines. Like all of a sudden, oh yeah, he called someone a half-breed. Who gives a shit? He helps animals. Like, no. It doesn't change anything. You're just it makes it more like you're putting on a facade. And Joyner Lucas is a goat. I will say that. Joyner Lucas is absolutely a great artist. Great music artist. But, yeah. You can't make that fucking argument and say, just because, you can't say, I help animals. Why are you getting on my case when I help animals and you're the ones that are probably running over the poor little critters? It's like, okay, no, that's not how it works. If Snow White, I think it's Snow White, I don't remember. It's been forever since I watched one of those Disney films. Snow White, great with animals. Just imagine it. yeah, that's what he's trying to pull. He's trying to be Snow White, except Snow White's great with critters that hates every person on the planet. Just a total racist. Snow White the racist. Just, I don't even remember the songs, but I can just remember her and just imagine the prince that saves her from the apple shit. It's just like, oh, she's like, oh damn it, I can't believe I was rescued by a black prince. I hope at least it wasn't a Mexican prince. She probably would have jumped out the window as soon as she woke from sleep. Yeah, that's the shit he's trying to pull. He's fucking trying to be Snow White the racist. Oh, I'm great with animals, not great with people, especially people not my skin color. Let's keep
Sport,
going because
okay? As people like
I'm
me
gonna be
jump
up all
out of the
night at
car
this
and
rate.
rescue fucking animals, put them in the back seat and let them loose, so they get out of harm's way. There's a very different nature of human being we are. You're the type that sits on Call of Duty and Halo calling people the N-word all day. I'm the kind of person that
As a half black person, I do. I don't think I've said or called anyone the N word unless they were black. So fuck. I can't really say I have done this. I've played many of Call of Duty and Halo games, so don't know. Can't really say.
tells you to stop stealing content because you didn't make it and you don't have the right to just take people's shit, re-upload it as you see fit, and that's what you're mad about. You're mad that your hand was in the cookie jar, I slapped your shit, and you said, you know what, how dare you, you're an abuser.
Are you ready to
Oh,
vape?
fuck. God damn these ads. Shit. Are you ready to bake? Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna this fucking stream might get cut, bro, cause the fucking ads keep
And you
playing.
said, you
I'll
know
have
what,
to
how
edit
dare
this
you, you're an
shit.
abuser. I love that you all try to claim that you've been copyright stricken in some aspect and I'm copyright abusing you, but having a concern and filing a copyright claim is not against the law. Striking a video knowing that what you are doing is fair use, when frankly, I do think it's funny you all take the moral high ground on that, by the way. You can't possibly think that when YouTube tells you don't download anyone's video, don't like re-upload people's video, like don't do that kind of thing, and you're circumventing YouTube's tools. They give you YouTube Premium. You can download and save videos there, but you can't re-upload them for a reason, right? You circumvent that by using a third-party website and software. And then you re-upload somebody's video and you trash talk them and you harass them across a string of multiple videos and you
Joke's on you. I'm not trash. I'm not shitting on you in a video. I'm shit talking you through a stream, bitch. Joke's on you, bitch. Joke's on fucking you, bitch.
dare call that fair use? Really? Like, that's harassment at that point. And then when you get called
Okay, it's the internet. People are gonna call you out no matter what you do. Like Diesel Patch has said himself, you could fucking breathe and someone will call you out on it. It's the internet. Whatever's on the internet, it's open to public. That's what the internet is. It allows you to reach out to other people across the world. It's the internet. This is why you should consider making constructive, well thought out arguments before you just make a fucking video. Think things out before you just go on and just, start making videos on something. If you do that, you're probably going to just end up, in a rut. You're going to have videos that make no sense to people. People are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, if you don't want people to criticize your arguments, make a better video. Make better arguments. Think harder on that shit. You have a brain. You have a working brain. Fucking do it. Claims the Act Man privated his footage simply because it was from a deleted video. The Act Man, but the Act Man made the video on his reaction towards his review on Elden Ring. And I'm sure if he did, simply save the footage, it's because he knows that this fucker was going to delete it as soon as people called him out on how shit his videos were or how shit his argument was. They were going to call him out on it. It's like, it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time before, And who knows? Maybe he's probably deleted this video by now. He's probably done it. He's probably gone on to delete this one. And, I'm just here picking up the scraps at this point. It's like, oh my gosh, this guy just doesn't make any sense. All of his arguments just fucking so stupid. It's so awful, man. Holy shit. Anyways, let's just keep hearing what else he has to say because I'm fucking losing my shit. Guys, I gotta be here for at least another 15. I got another 15 minutes of this video to go through. This is gonna take forever.
On Xbox and all the people that do the similar nasty behavior that you do to go attack somebody, to go try to cancel somebody. Ooh, cancel culture, very popular with you younger people these days, right? You like that? You like that kind of thing. And then
No, I'm not really into the whole cancer culture thing because a lot of people seem to target different, they don't exactly have like a consistency. Like anyone that's into this whole cancel culture shit, they're not consistent with who they want on and off the on and off with a platform or a voice. You know, okay, so you cancel a few good, right choices. Great. Why the fuck are you canceling Chris Pratt? Just because he's Christian? Like I remember a couple years ago people were canceling for that. And it's like, why? I understand he's a Christian and you probably don't like it, but that's not the fucking reason why you should cancel him. He hadn't done anything wrong. Just because he's Christian? That's your excuse for canceling the guy? Like, come on. It was so stupid. I was so mad about it because it's like, Chris Pratt is a good person at heart. He's shown signs that he's a good person at heart. You want to do something like be a fucking asshole, like Quan TV? Like, come on. Like, for someone like Quan to be on the cancel culture, hotline or hot seat for cancel to be canceled, it's understandable. He says a lot of stupid shit. That's understandable. There are other people like, again, Chris Pratt, who haven't said anything really stupid or so dumb or so, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't even remember the word I'm thinking of. The point is that I'm not a fan of cancel culture anyways. I don't care for canceling people. There's no reason. It's the internet. A lot of shit can happen on the internet. And, as I said, a lot of things can happen with the internet. And you just gotta deal with it. If you get canceled because you said something stupid, that's kind of on you. That's your fault.
And it makes its way over into some of the older people, like Rich from Review Tech USA. Nobody's safe from cancel culture, right? But here's the thing. When you want to cancel somebody, typically the idea is they need to have A, done something wrong, and B, you better be squeaky fucking clean, because when people look at you and your old tweets and what you've said...
No. You don't really need to be squeaky clean. You just have to understand that if you've done something dumb in the past, and I think I said, and I probably said this earlier, if you said or done something dumb in the past, you can look at what you did and say, hey, I was an idiot when I did this or said this. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done this. You have respectability as a result, and it's a lighter weight now because more often than not, the people who recognize that, hey, even though you did this thing that was dumb, I respect the fact that you recognize that it was wrong on your own and that you didn't need someone else to explain it for you. Thank you for being this type of person. There are a lot people tend to be lighter on, the criticisms towards you. But when you're someone like Quan TV who doesn't, have or lacks the ability to self-reflect or have clarity on what he does or what he says and take zero accountability for his past, that's a problem. That's an issue a lot of people have. Side of accountability culture. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I don't think it's a good idea to cancel someone, even though it doesn't really change much. Oh, so you canceled me on the internet. Woohoo, whoop-de-doo. I'm just going to go out and do something else or do something else in general.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't want them figuring out that you've said worse. I mean, the act man literally uses the N-word, just drops the N-bomb like it's nothing.
He's not dropping the N-word now, you fucking idiot. He's not doing it now. He realized what he was doing was wrong. He's come to terms with what he was as he was younger and has recognized, yeah, I was pretty fucking dumb when I was younger. I should have never said these things, and I'm very sorry to everyone who I've either upset or offended with these lines. It's not that hard. Why is it so difficult for you, Quantum? Severe lack of self-awareness. Absolutely. He severely lacks the ability to self-reflect or have any level of self-awareness. I don't understand why it's so difficult to look at what you did in the past and say, you know what I did here was wrong.
He's over there
It's
talking
unreal.
about
Unbelievable.
the most disgusting. I mean, oh my god, dude! Like, why would you even say that things on his freaking Twitter? I mean, I won't even go into half of it. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting, bro. Like, and these are the people that are trying to cancel me.
You know why he's probably pointing it out? He's pointing it out because it's still up there. Ackman stated, I think I recall this correctly. He has no intentions on removing the tweets. He's like, I'm gonna to own up to what I was as I was younger, and I'm gonna leave the tweets up there because I want people to know that I'm not perfect, that I fucked up in the past, but they can look at me now and say I am not what I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. One of my favorite NFL players is Ray Lewis. Even though I didn't get to see much of him, one of the things that he always pointed out was being what you are now than where you were 5 minutes ago. Now I'm a different creature now than I was 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. It's stuff like that. It's the quote doesn't really hold up with what I'm discussing here, what we're talking about here. So I just wanted to only point out that one specific thing that Ray Lewis said. Everything else, it doesn't really matter. Everything else he says for his quotes don't matter in this case. It's what you do in the moment, it's what you think in the moment and you act upon in the moment that defines you and will lead to, or likely lead to what you do down the road, not what you did in the past. It's like those TV shows, that have the character that's like the bad guy, and he has that moment of self-reflection, and he's like, I want to be good, I don't want to be bad anymore. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, there's those TV shows that have that. It's funny, though, I will say.
The guy that every day spends his hard-earned money from his photography jobs, because I'm a professional photographer, I leave no secret about that, okay? And I'm spending my money buying thousands of dollars worth of TVs, trying to help people out and do what I do. And this concept now that you want to come here, you want to ratio out all of my videos for fun with your friends, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 dislikes. Can we reach 1 million? It's a game for you. But now let me ask you all, like,
You asking for me to dislike your video? You want me to dislike the video, Quantum? I won't hesitate. It's not hard. I have no qualms with, I have no qualms with that.
hate me, cool, great. Keep hating me, do what you do. But, like, put that shit on the table for a second. And, like, G-shit as a person, ask yourself this. Like, for real. Honestly speaking, if you had so much of a problem with me, right, and I did something that was so offensive and so horrible to you, right, why wouldn't you just go to YouTube and say, this guy did that, and leave it alone? Because you know they'll take care
Oh,
of it,
fuck, here
right?
comes
That's
another ad.
the
Oh my god. It's constant what aboutism. What about this? What about it? That's all I'm getting from this fucking argument that he's making. It's just constant what aboutism. What about Ackman and all of his things that he said in the past? What about Review Tech USA and what he did? He's not even fucking considering what he's done in the past and that he should consider owning up to it. It's frustrating. It shouldn't take fucking Einstein to tell him, hey, the thing you said about this actress, yeah, that was stupid. Why the fuck would you say that? That's racist. On my behalf, I already disliked this video. I'll probably dislike it in a minute. I don't have the thing that allows you to see the dislikes. It removes the hidden dislike feature. I don't have that on my laptop. I need to download that at some point so I can see how many dislikes this video has, because it's only a matter of time before this video gets removed. It's Quantum TV. We all know he'll probably delete it in 48 hours.
right? Why wouldn't you just go to YouTube and say, this guy did that, and leave it alone? Because you know they'll take care of it, right? That's what the platform's for, right? No. The reality is you're not getting the result you want. Your claims that are unsubstantiated as fuck, shared from person to person to person, run with as fact, is little more than a misunderstanding after misunderstanding because
Constantly
you're not coming
deflecting.
to the source.
Mm-hmm.
And little more than a misunderstanding after misunderstanding because you're not coming to the source.
I don't think there's much of a misunderstanding when you have to tell someone at the end of the day, go kill yourself. There's not much of a misunderstanding with that, bro. Like seriously, where's the misunderstanding? Wasn't that just you telling people to go kill themselves because they didn't agree with your opinion? Like, what the fuck? Where's the Where's the mistake? You know, this isn't this is a mistake. There's no mistake here, you know. Not a simple mistake, not a complicated mistake. There's no mistake. I I can play it again for a fourth time. I will play that clip. Oh my gosh. My nostrils fucked. I gotta sneeze in a bit.
And when you do come to me, you come with an attitude. And that's the part that you don't understand. What you're asking for is discretionary. You're asking me to explain the history of my channel, the history of my life on YouTube, my personal matters, the issues and harm that you guys have caused in real life from your actions of your videos. And that's something...
My friend, have you heard of Draw My Life? It's a great way to tell people about your story. Oh my god. I can't just... People want me to tell my story here on the platform. Yeah, because other people do it. What are you talking about?
I have to be willing to give you because I'm not required to do any of this. This whole podcast is a courtesy, right? Of course, it'll be chopped up, taken out of context. Little clown faces will pop up. This guy's a smooth brain, so deluded. You guys can continue to be as hateful and as nasty as you want. I've done nothing to any of you. I don't know any of you from Adam.
Yeah, you haven't done anything to any of us. Except be a massive asshole and insult anyone who judges or criticizes your greatness. Other than that, you've done nothing but call us shit, you know, call us assholes. You know, you've insulted us in many ways. You've told people to go kill themselves because they couldn't agree with you. Again, I'm going to keep reiterating that shit.
You know, you're strangers on the internet. You should really just focus on yourselves and let everybody make the kind of content they want to make.
Again, what Diesel Patches says, anything that's on the internet is my business. And this goes for everyone. Whatever's on the internet is all of our business because we all can see that shit. You know, it can't really escape us. So fuck off with that sort of. Oh, don't pay attention to what we have to what I've said. You know, don't pay attention to that. Don't pull that shit. Okay, Quantum. Don't fucking pull that shit with us. We don't fucking care.
But the reality is, you want to harass people. Like, who cares? People don't like Elden Ring. It's gonna happen, right? For every positive review, there's gonna be somebody that's not gonna like something.
Yeah. Okay. You know why people ripped into your fucking Elden Ring review? Do you not understand it? You DMs, you know, you try to copyright strike Ackman's video because you have an issue with them criticizing your review on Elden Ring, even though you deleted the video in the first place. But do you not understand why he some of his criticisms on you? You know, I'm a new fan of the series. You're a new fan? Then why the fuck are you talking like you've been a member of this community, of the From Software community, for the last 15 years? Why are you acting like this? Shut up. You're not a big fan. You're a new fan. You don't know much about this. You know, you get mad, you get all butthurt because, you know, the game is difficult, the game is hard. Bitch, every fucking video game has some level of difficulty. Unless you're just playing on easy mode, you know, then you're just a pussy, you know. Every video game has difficulty. Every video game has a challenge to it. It's overcoming that challenge that's satisfying. What fucking games exist out there without a challenge? Like, I seriously lack your understanding of how the gaming industry works. Even the shittiest games out there, like Battlefield 2042, have some level of challenge, okay? Those games, even as shitty as Battlefield 2042 might be, it has a challenge to it. A challenge that needs to be overcome. That challenge being, more often than not, winning an online match against the opposing team. You know, it's stuff like that. So, what the fuck are you arguing about this for? There's nothing there. There's nothing there that you're getting mad at a game because you suck at it. Everyone fucking sucks at a new game. Ackman stated this clearly. Everyone he admits to sucking at games when From Software games when they're first released. You know, for me, I'm not good at a game until I get like a month or 2 months into it. Mostly with sports games. If it's a non-sports game like a Call of Duty or, you know, anything of that for that matter, I suck at it. I suck at it for a while. I don't know how the game works. I don't know the controls. I had to learn the controls and all that stuff. Griffin Gaming. Yeah, I won't forget them either. You know, I could have sworn I think they've said something similar to what I just said. But yeah. What are you trying to, you know? Why are you arguing this like every game should be easy? Why the fuck would you have a game that was just easy? You know, then you know my parents, you know, they tend to yell at me, you know, from all my life when I get mad at a video game. But that's just because I have a competitive nature. You know, I want to win, and I want the win more often than not to be satisfying. You know, if I'm beating some shitty team, you know, especially like in sport games, for example, if I'm playing some shitty ass team and my team's expected to, let's just say it's Madden, for example, because I'm playing Maddens right now, but they're on the PS2. Let's say my team's predicted to go to the Super Bowl, and I run into a shitty ass team. Let's say the Bengals, because the Bengals were good in 2003. Let's just say that, for example. If I fucking blow their asses out 51-6, I'm not very satisfied. You know, it's simple. It's more satisfying when it's like I have to go against the best of the best. And, you know, I put my heart and soul into winning that game. You know, I want this team to win this game, you know, win the Super Bowl, for example. You know what I mean? So there's stuff like that. Okay? There's a level of, you know, satisfaction that comes from playing games. And From Software, even though I haven't played much of Dark Souls, you know, the only Dark Souls game I've ever played was Dark Souls 2, which I understand is probably the worst out of, or not probably, is considered the worst out of all the Dark Souls games. I have that game thanks to an old middle school friend of mine named Brian. Shout out to you, Brian. I hope you're alive, bro. I haven't talked to you I haven't talked to you over 6 years, bro. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe, and I hope you and your mother are doing good. You know, I haven't played much of Dark Souls at all, and I suck at the game. I'm gonna probably try and play Dark Souls 2 to try and try and play the game finally and try and see if I can do something in it. Now that I have a better understanding of what I'm going into. But you know, what was I saying? Yeah. When it comes to any video game, there is a level of competitiveness. There's a level of desire to win. There's a level of satisfaction that is brought upon when, you know, you complete a challenge. It exists, and it's a great feeling. You know, don't know why.
Happens on every single
Don't know why he doesn't understand this.
Channel there is, but magically you want to be like, this is a shit take, I'm gonna teach him a lesson for it. I really have no interest in Elden Ring, and I was so like chill about it at the end of it. Like once I saw the level of severity,
you were chill about it. Yeah, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't really sound chill to me when you tell people to go kill themselves. Kind of difficult to take what you say serious about. Oh, you know, I was very chill about it. How are you chill about it when you tell someone to go kill themselves? Please explain that logic to me. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
You really identified with this game. I deleted those reviews to move on, let you enjoy your game. I removed the bad take that you didn't like so much to give you it. Just, hey, enjoy your game, right? Move on. You, a month and a half later, are still reusing the same deleted video clips that you've shared across your friends. And I can't help at this point to think that this is a mental obsession that you can't let go until you get the result that you want, which is cancellation. And the thing is...
Okay, so that's those people. A lot of us, myself included, are more about constructive responses, well thought out responses, criticism. It was still shit. Like even if there are people that want you canceled, that doesn't change the fact that your criticisms on Elden Ring was still shit. And it wasn't deserving of such a ridiculous criticism or a ridiculous review that you had made.
All of this because you're told not to rip somebody else's video down. You're told not to misbehave in the way that you do. I mean, is it really like, gee shit, like, let's be real with each other. Is it really so hard for you guys to, like, buy products and make actual products on games repetitively that you like? Is it really that challenging for you? Some of you guys have over 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, that take. A game that's not made for everyone is a game that shouldn't be made. That would never happen. Like, like, he doesn't understand that if a video game that was not made for if this was an industry, hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Fuck, I didn't mute. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. If Quantum TV doesn't understand that if the video game industry was built in a way where only the games that were built for everyone were made, there wouldn't be a video game anymore. Like, the whole industry would just collapse. Like, some guy mentioned this years ago about Gamergate. You know, if every person had to review this game in order for it to be put on the shelves, there would be so many games that would never be made. In fact, no game would really be made. Madden's being made. Oh, let's go around. Okay, all the football fans wanted a lot of basketball. Oh, there's the one person that doesn't want this game or doesn't think this game is good or doesn't like this game. Well, doesn't matter, EA, even though the game is shit, even though Madden 23 will probably be shit in a few months. We don't care how long you worked on it. This game's got to go. Got to go throw it in the volcano or some shit. You know, too bad. Sucks to suck, bro. Make a game that's made for everyone. Oh, here comes Call of Duty, Black Ops 16. Okay, well, the COD fans. Oh, well, there's that one motherfucker that doesn't like this game. This game's gotta go away. Too bad. Don't care if you were expecting this game. Don't care if you were looking forward to this game. Too bad. Somebody didn't like this game, so now we gotta throw it all. We gotta throw it away. See the problem here? There'd be so many games that wouldn't be made. In fact, no games would be made. I know I said this earlier, but point still stands. No games could be made again. And this goes with everything else. TV shows, movies, books. If one person finds it or doesn't like it or doesn't think it's made for them, it gets scrapped. And that is something that he doesn't seem to understand.
Some games repetitively that you like? Is it really that challenging for you? Some of you guys have over 1 million subscribers. It can't be hard to review products, pick up a couple sponsors, Is it really like, gee shit, like, let's be real with each other. Is it really so hard for you guys to, like, buy products and make actual products on games repetitively that you like? Is it really that challenging for you? Some of you guys have over 1 million subscribers. It can't be hard to review products, pick up a couple sponsors, be an actual YouTuber, right? Is it really that difficult to not steal from others and smack talk and smear them?
It's not fucking stealing. Every YouTube video that's made by a content creator, it's not stealing. Okay? It gets made, it gets uploaded to the platform, boom, it's open season for every video. My videos are no different. Someone wants to watch one of my videos and stream it, or not stream it, but, you know, if I make a video similar to this and they want to criticize it, it's open season. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They don't have to. There's nothing holding them back. There's nothing that really can hold them back.
Their reputation for the sake of building your own? I mean, take a guy like Mischief. When he started out, before mentioning my name, the guy had 6,000 subscribers and was barely getting by, right?
Yeah, 6,000 subscribers. Definitely not getting by. The dude had 6,000 subscribers. Look, and I'm not saying that before I go any further, I don't envy anyone who's over 1,000 subscribers. But I just reached 50. I can't make videos, or I can't make money off of my fucking videos because I don't fit in the guidelines for YouTube's monetization policy. I don't have 4,000 watch hours. I don't have 1,000 subscribers. I can't make a living on this platform until I do. So, you know, you can't really say that he's just skating along by when he already has eclipsed 1,000 subs. He's been eclipsed 1,000 subs. If video games were tailored to one person or a specific group of people without the inclusivity from other gaming communities, every current video game would immediately get scrapped. Exactly. That's the point I was trying to make earlier. But on to this one, you know, Mischief should be proud of the fact, I'm sure he is, that he reached 1,000 subs long ago. Because it's so difficult to find, you know, your place on this platform. It's something I'm struggling with still. I've been on YouTube for nearly a decade, and while I haven't done enough to really sustain, you know, or while I haven't done enough to deserve 1,000 subscribers, as of the last year or so, I've tried my hardest. I've tried making content that could be that was not only simply watchable, simple things such as being watchable. I've also tried to make it comedic. I try to make it funny. I tried doing things that could attract, the attention of other people. I've tried everything, or just about everything. It's only 50 subs, and it's only thanks now to the Will Smith and Chris Rock situation that I'm even at 50 subs. It's very difficult to find that niche here on this platform. It's very difficult. So, I don't. And as far as this argument that he's making about him having 6,000, that's an accomplishment. I'm sure Mischief was proud of the fact. He wasn't skating along by. You don't just skate along by on YouTube once you reach that sub mark. You're making money off your videos. Even if it's 15 per, whatever the fuck. I don't really know how it works because I haven't, again, nowhere near the necessary, requirements to make YouTube video or to make money off of my YouTube videos. That's why I had to get a job. That's why I'm working at a store or a UPS store right now.
Magically, after this whole
Probably
Quantum
shouldn't have
TV
said
drama,
that.
he's used it time and time again, and he's well above where I am subscriber count, which is great for him. But it just goes to show, like, you guys use these, like, cancerous mob tactics to build each other up and to propagate this idea that what you're doing is somehow just or right. I mean, I understand, like, a lot of you guys have fun with this, but you guys understand that sometimes you cause real-world consequences by people that aren't maybe like you. Maybe...
Okay, first of all, those are the people who enjoy, shitting on others. They're called trolls. They're internet trolls. They do this. It's kind of their job. They do it for a living. Get over it. And what fucking... Okay, he says real world consequences. What the fuck
You're
is he
just
talking
making
about?
fun of me. But some people take it too far. They lead to hacking. They lead to real-world doxing. They lead to real-world consequences.
Oh boy, real world doxing. Funny enough, how you immediately doxed his fucking Actman. Isn't that ironic? Of how this has gone to this has gone too far. You're threatening people by hacking and doxing. Bitch, you just fucking did that shit, you stupid fuck. So what? All of a sudden, so what? You're okay for doxing others, but you're not fine when they dox you. What is this? Some rules for thee but not for me type shit? Due to Asmongold Gold and the Actman telling their audience they should subscribe to Mischief's channel, he's nearly reached 1,000 subs. And yeah, he deserves 100,000 subs. I'm happy for the guy. I'm not envying him because I'm nowhere near 1,000. I'm happy the guy's he's getting monetized. He's going to make a living off of YouTube. And he deserves it. He's done enough to warrant it. I haven't. So that's why I'm not envying the guy. That's why I'm not jealous. He's done plenty to get the attention and get a subscriber count like 100,000. He's going to make money on this platform. He's going to have a community. He's going to make a career here on YouTube. And I'm happy for the guy. For me, it's going to take me a little longer. I hope I'm hoping I can reach 1,000. I'd be blessed. I'd be very happy. But yeah, he kudos to Mischief.
Against personal
Good
property,
kid.
like vehicles and other things, which has fucking happened in real life. And when I come to you guys, like I came to Griffin Gaming during his Xbox rant, okay, because I've also had it real bad with Xbox gamers, and I tell you guys what you've done. You use private emails that I sent you just trying to reach out and let you know the extent of what you've done and the kind of shit that you were stirring up. I tell you it, and then, oh boy, there it is. Oh, he's lying. Oh, he's lying. Here I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, thinking you had no idea that this was happening. And then you seem to be cool about it, and then it doesn't die down. You guys keep having your friends and your trolls and all that attack, and it gets more personal and more...
You have such a problem with trolls and all that shit. You have an option, you fucking idiot. It's called ignoring. Ignore them. It's not hard. It's the internet. It's not like they're throwing rocks at you and hitting you. It's not like they're... It's not like they're poking sticks at you. Just ignore them. It's the internet. You can do that. You don't have to respond to everything they say. You don't have to read every single message they say about you. You can block them even. It's an extreme that I wouldn't recommend because it signifies to them that they won the battle or whatever battle they think of. I guarantee when I start reaching levels of success, I have no intention on dealing with trolls. Just ignore them. I'm just gonna ignore them because that's they want attention. That's what they want. That's what every troll wants. They want that attention. I get on, I throw rocks at Monday Matt on social media. I wanted that. I wanted that attention. I was fine with it. I didn't give a at the time. I really didn't give a shit if I won any argument or not. I just wanted to throw rocks at the fucker. Also, Monday Matt, another notable person for abusing the copyright system here on YouTube. Anyways, we got an ad coming up. Let's fucking get this over with.
Things start happening, more police reports get filed. Here's the thing. If you're the kind of person that can hear that you've caused harm based off of your YouTube video and you don't take it down and you double down instead and you say, you know what, it is what it is. I'm just going to post something to say, don't attack them. Everything that you guys say is virtually opposite day. You tell people not to attack me, that they're going to do it 10 times harder. And
fucking ignore the trolls, you fucking idiot. It's how fucking difficult is that? Again, the goal for a troll isn't to be proven right or wrong. They just want to see you give them attention. That's fucking it. That's all they want. How fucking difficult is it for you to recognize this? Or are you too distracted by everything else? Like, come on. Are you too distracted to notice this by copyright striking everyone? Like, come the fuck on, Quantum.
Is, you think that this behavior doesn't have consequences. One day, and I'm making this video because one day maybe you guys might actually get someone killed. And I mean that. Because
how do you... Oh my god, you just doxed the fucking act man, you retard. You called his mother, okay? Do you have any notion of how fucking idiotic that was? They have been dealing with their father. His grandfather was in the hospital back in December. Why the fuck are you contacting his family? They are already... I don't know if his grandfather's still alive or not. If he is, he's probably still dealing with, health issues. And they're, praying that he stays alive. You could say Monday Matt was the OG copyright abuser. Yeah, he was definitely the OG, even though I didn't know it at the time. But back to what I was saying. How the fuck do you say this stuff? And then turn on 180 and all of a sudden you call the act man's mother. Do you have any fucking semblance of what you have done? It boggles the mind. It boggles the mind how fast the dude from 180s his opinions on something.
The level of
it's
hate
insane.
I am receiving is outlandish for the kind of topic that we're talking about. We're talking about you think I'm abusing the copyright system. It should be as simple as one person has an issue with me and we take it to YouTube. YouTube says, fuck you, you're wrong, and that's the end of it.
No, that's not how it works. That's not the end of it. Because YouTube has partial ownership over a video, whether you realize it or not, whether it's stated in the rules or not. You know why? Because YouTube is the website. I know, crazy, isn't it, Quantum? YouTube, because they're the website, they have a control and say in everything. It doesn't matter if you don't like what that person said about you. If YouTube deems it fair use, they're gonna let it stay on the internet. They're gonna let it stay. What do you not understand about fair use? Just because someone criticized your argument is not their fault. It is not YouTube's fault. It is your fault for making a shitty fucking argument in the goddamn first place, you troglodyte. I have no idea. Probably some bullshit hacking scheme or something. I don't know how he got his phone number. But, like I was saying, it is your fault, Quantum, that people are criticizing your arguments because you can't make a good fucking argument. It is your fault. Not the viewer, not the person making a response to you, not YouTube's support team. It is you. I would even say it's Susan Wabberjack's fault. It's not even her fault. It's your fault, Quantum. And until you fucking understand that, hey, I should get good at making better making arguments, or I should just stop altogether. If you can't make a good argument, stick to fucking reviewing TV screens. If you're even good at that. Let's be real. If you can't even argue about a video game, I seriously lack or seriously, doubt that you're capable of arguing about televisions. I wouldn't trust you. Oh my god. I wouldn't trust this motherfucker to get me out of a fucking desert, let alone give me a suggestion of what TV to buy. I want to do that. I want to do that. Can't fucking believe a thing this guy says. Can't do that shit.
You guys take it and spread it like wildfire to start a mob and incite a mob. And then
It's because it's the fucking internet. A mob is easily to be formed on the internet. Okay? There are hundreds of millions, if not billions of people, if not trillions of people on the internet. America, Canada, some rich cities in Mexico, a lot of rich cities in South America, good cities in Africa, or cities in countries that are in Africa, the wealthy countries in Africa, the UK, Russia, China, Japan, South Korea, Australia. There are billions of people spread out in those countries that I just pointed out who have access to the internet. Okay? It's very easy to give information, provide information to those individuals to say why we should be telling this person to get the fuck off the internet. And by you, once again, making shitty arguments about things and making insults towards people, you are adding fuel to that fire that you are stating is a bad thing. The mobs that you say are bad are being fueled by your words, your actions on the internet. And you're doing nothing but continually throwing grease and gas onto that fire. Instead of grabbing that goddamn fire extinguisher and extinguishing that flame. Instead of extinguishing the fire, you're letting it continue. You're letting it roast. You're grabbing marshmallows for that shit, man. It's unacceptable.
And you don't just stop there. You go even further with it. And some of you start doxing and sharing personal information. And then you go even a step further. You find people in real life, and then you start vandalizing things. And then when you as a creator are approached and told, your video did this, these are your fans that are doing this, dude, you gotta stop.
Well, it's kind of, you know what? When the creator himself is trying to dox people, what does that say about the fans? Okay? If the creator's doing it, then, imagine being a fan of Quantum, you say, oh, well, oh, shit. If the creator is doing it, if I'm a fan of Quantum, let's say I'm a fan of Quantum, oh, well, the guy I like to follow is, doxing people, so there seems to be nothing wrong with it, right? I should dox the person I don't like that lives across the street from me. I should do that. Or better yet, I should help him out with doxing that person and find where he lives and vandalize his home and property. Like, it's fan bases are like parents, okay? Or like children to the creator who is a parent. A creator is a parent as the fan base is a child. Let me try and break this down. What a creator does, the fans will likely follow suit. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, or monkey see, monkey do. All those types of sayings. By Quantum basically doxing Actman, even though he said that it was a bad thing in this video, just to do it a few hours later, he is telling his fans that is a good thing to do, or it's showing through his actions that it's not a bad idea to dox someone, and he has no idea what he's doing is stupid and wrong. It's so stupid, so ridiculous.
These are your fans that are doing this, dude. You gotta stop. You guys double down and go, you know what? Fuck you. You're full of shit. You're a what is it? You're pathologically lying about this. Why would anyone lie to you about reaching out to you? Bro, ask him. Don't think I'm playing around. I called Actman's mother to get a hold of him to let him know the kind of damage he was causing. Okay?
I cannot believe this fucking. I don't know how he got his number or his mother's number, and I don't know how the fuck you would call him in the first place. Like, that's the most bitchiest move to do. You don't go to the man directly. You go to his mother, and you think that, oh, she's gonna talk to her adult son when they don't really have to do any of that shit. Once the child is an adult, the parent really has no control over them anymore. Especially when they're no longer living in their house. I don't think the Act Man lives with his parents. I doubt it. I doubt that they've, you fucking, what the fuck is wrong with you, Quan? Did you actually think for one fucking second that the idea of going to the person's mother would work? You actually thought that they were gonna sit down to take their child, sit them down, and say, Sonny, the things that you did to this man, the things that you said to this man was unacceptable. You shouldn't have done that. What the fuck were you thinking? And again, their family is still dealing, I think their family is still dealing with, their grandfather still being in, medical situation. Again, don't know if he's passed away or not. I don't recall him talking about it recently. But, they already are dealing with enough. You're throwing some bullshit at their fucking, in their fucking way. And it's unnecessary. It's unacceptable. You could say it's like, say whatever the fuck you want about him, but don't mention his fucking family. And that goes with everyone. You don't mention the person's family. Do you have any notion of what that shit is? Like, dude, if you were in the fucking hood and you talk to a hood, if you talk to a hood dude about, his mother, you call him out, you threaten his family, bro, he's getting his boys and they fucking gonna drive by your ass. They're gonna shoot you up so badly they can't identify your corpse. Like, that's just like, you're lucky. You should take, you should thank God that you aren't doing this to someone who's in the hood. You don't know what the fuck they would do to you. They fucking, oh my God. They drop your ass in a heartbeat, dude. They drop your ass in a heartbeat. Be lucky that this isn't, that Act Man in a hood dude, bro.
I'm not fucking around with this, okay? You guys are doing things that people are committing crimes now because they're inspired by the Act Man.
Yeah, and now people are going to be inspired by you for doxing him. Now people are going to be inspired by you to dox him or other people. Congratulations, Quantum. You fucking played yourself.
The Act Man is essentially their god in this point. He can do no wrong, and you don't understand.
No, I don't see him as a god. I see him as a human being. A human being that is capable of making mistakes like anyone else, like myself. The only person the only person that thinks of themselves as a higher up and thinks of themselves as better than any normal person is you, Quantum. You think of yourself better than anyone else. You think that anything you say, anything you do should not be criticized or has no reason to be criticized. That's you. You think that way. No one else thinks that way but you. Fucking idiot.
Understand that this level of fanaticism is dangerous. And you might end up hurting somebody. And I think maybe.
Yeah, and you doxing Act Man, his family might be in danger now. I hope you're happy with your decision. And I will say this: if something did happen to the Act Man, I guarantee you, a lot of people are gonna be after you, bro.
When you're making these videos, you're trying to defend yourself from your perspective, right? You think you're right. You think I'm wrong. You want to defend your honor. By all means, do that. But the way you guys go about creating content and gathering fans is in a destructive way naturally, and the people you're getting in are very dangerous zealots. And my point is simple.
Okay. The dangerous zealots? Seriously? Is what? Do you think... You think the whole fan base is a bunch of zealots? Or do you just think like a few of us?
The way you guys go about creating content and gathering fans is in a destructive way naturally, and the people you're getting in are very dangerous zealots. And my point is simply this, bro. You guys think you're cool, you think you're hot shit, you think you're celebrities, you think you're whatever, go for it. But if you want to try to cancel me, right? Don't try to act like, hey, I'm not trying to reach out to every one of you guys when I have. And don't act like what you're doing isn't fucked up across all your social media platforms, because many of you got hella skeletons, as I mentioned in this video. Act Man using slurs, Griffin Gaming using slurs. Review Tech USA using slurs. But you know what? It's okay because they apologized. So we just Thanos snap that away and we start.
No, we didn't Thanos snap it away. We recognize the fact that they fucking did it. But we also recognize the fact that they have been taking they have self-awareness to realize what they said in the past was wrong and that they vowed to change from that. And they have. That's why we don't fucking talk about it. It's because they've changed. They're not the same person that they once were. That's the fucking point, Quantum. You haven't changed. You haven't changed shit about you. You're still the same fucking piece of shit that you are 4 years ago. You're still that same fucking piece of shit. I'm going to reiterate this. The reason why we don't talk about Actman and Griffin Gaming and Review Tech USA and about their past is because they've owned up to their mistakes. They've recognized what they did was wrong. They vowed to change from that. You haven't changed shit. You haven't changed shit about you. You're still the same motherfucking piece of shit that you were 4 years ago. You're still that same motherfucker. You haven't changed shit. Well, guess what? You better change soon because YouTube's going to be knocking at that door of yours. That door that is your channel. And when they bust that door open, your channel's gone. And no one's going to feel fucking sorry for your ass. No one's going to care. No one's going to feel bad for you. All everyone's going to say is, bitch, you did it to yourself. Now fucking deal with it. That's what we're going to tell you. That's what we're all going to say to you. You're mad. Oh, you lost your YouTube channel again? You did it to yourself. Fucking deal with it.
From square one? Bro, like, come on, man. Get over yourself. You said something really fucked up. And you're not going to convince people that that's not in your moral character. That's who you are. You don't say wild things like that and then magically, oh, that wasn't me. Bro, like, I can prove I was hacked. I've shown it. I literally, bro, like I told y'all in many responses.
So why don't you show it again? And here's the thing. You can show it as many times as you want. Okay? You can show it. But it doesn't change the fact that instead of showing us that you were hacked, you could have deleted the evidence that you were hacked in the first place. And it signified to people, this wasn't me. This wasn't me. I didn't do this. I swear on my life. You could have done that. You could have told everyone this wasn't me and these tweets are going to get deleted. You could have done that. Instead, you fucking left them up. So that when Review Tech USA starts streaming and starts showing off these awful tweets that you made, now you decide it was the good time to delete the tweet. No, it was not, because a lot of people saw it live. Fucking idiot.
Videos. Unless I had a fucking crystal ball to predict all of this drama with Elden Ring, there is no fucking way I would install moderators in 2018 to help me with all the hacking, which I've shown in a prior video, right? But every time I show something, you guys never bring that up. You never mention it. You twist everything I say to make your clicks, and this video will be no different, I swear to God. But you know,
oh, don't worry. This stream is going to be very critical of what you have to say. And I look forward to you sending me another one of your infamous copyright strikes. I look forward. In fact, I welcome it, bitch. That will give me attention. That will give me the things that I need to sustain a career on YouTube. So please, by all means, fucking send me a copyright strike. I look forward to seeing it in the morning so that I can post it on Twitter and I can get people like the Actman to get my fucking back. Okay? I welcome that shit. I welcome whatever you throw my way. And here's the thing. Even if you do win, I don't give a shit. YouTube's done nothing to fucking help my ass. Alright? YouTube has done literally nothing to help me and other small-time creators. We have to get our voices out there in all sorts of different ways. You get mad about Mischief getting all the support. But Mischief had solid arguments that nobody was listening to until Asmongold and the Actman found him and got other people to shout him out. They shouted him out and got other people to subscribe. In fact, I need to do that right myself real quick. I gotta subscribe to Mischief as soon as possible. Once I'm done with, fucking arguing his terrible ass.
I'm trying to reach you guys to let you know something very simple. You're causing damage, okay? You're doing a lot of harm, and it's not cool.
You're doing it too by doxing people, and calling people racial slurs. Quantum, you're doing the same fucking thing.
It's not funny. It's not cute. You can dislike somebody without taking it to the level that many of you have. I mean,
Yeah, it's not funny or cute. Yet here you are, you're doing it. You're telling people to go kill themselves because they don't agree with your opinion on Elden Ring. So what gives? Okay, well, what gives with that, huh?
bro, my website is damaged irreparably because of all of this, right? And then that's solely.
And you had every opportunity to fix that shit. If you recognized what you said in the past was wrong, you could have corrected yourself. You could have apologized for it long before people started bringing up your past. You could have salvaged your own career if you just made the simple choice and say, guys, I am so sorry for what I said in the past. I'm so sorry that I've called people racial slurs or that I wish gay people were pulse victims. I'm so sorry that I said any of those things. I swear from this moment on, I am a changed man. That I'm going to do good. All kinds of good. Not just good for pets, but I'm going to be respectable towards the people that I'm around, especially here on the internet. I have no intentions to be disrespectful ever again. If you had said something like that, you probably would have gone off a lot easier than where you are now. In fact, I guarantee it, you would have gotten a lot of help.
The Ackman's responsibility now, right? You people are literally having people damage me in your honor. That's the direct result of your actions, of your videos, the things you said.
Damage? What the fuck?
Right? And then that's solely the Ackman's responsibility now, right? You people are literally having people damage me in your honor. That's the direct result.
Damn, it's his sole responsibility. No, you're really going to throw all your shit onto this guy who's done really nothing wrong. He made a video about calling people out on their bad takes on Elden Ring. Yet, it's his fault? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you, Quantum? You make no fucking sense.
The result of your actions, of your video, of the things you said in the crowd.
My God, I got another 6 minutes
of
this shit.
A mob at that point. Like, now again, I'm not gonna sit here and play any kind of fucking games with you guys that you want to play, but I am gonna clear the air, fucking at least attempt to through a podcast, and just kind of say, hey, listen. If you really suspect that I've done something so unforgivably vile, report it to the authorities, report it to YouTube, whatever.
What the Do you understand that it's very difficult to... Alright, first of all, the authorities, really? You're going to ask... You're telling us to go report this to the authorities? It's the internet. It's kind of difficult. Second of all, nobody wants to take... Most people don't want to take this shit up with YouTube because YouTube, more often than fucking not, is fucking useless. Okay? And most of it, you can, go watch Every Frame of Pause, their discussions on JX's video and all the Twitch streamers' reactions to his video. I highly recommend watching it because they break it down better than what I can do here. Can't exactly do it. In fact, I might leave the link in the description below for that. But it takes weeks to even get a modicum of a response from those guys to let them know, hey, this is happening. We need your help on this. It either takes weeks or it has to take so many of us to get someone off the platform. Like, EDP got removed in like 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks to get his fat ass off the fucking website. For Quantum, it's probably going to take a little longer. I don't know what the fuck YouTube does behind the scenes that they keep fumbling around and doing nothing. I don't know what they do.
If you really suspect that I'm a horrible human being, report me. Let that be the end of it and move on with your life. You got a whole life ahead of you, right? You're the captain of the JV team. Your bright future ahead of you. That group of kids. Go live your...
Okay, enough of the fucking JV team shit. I don't want to hear that, alright? Enough. It's getting fucking old. You said it in the beginning, it has no fucking relation to this argument. You're saying it again. No relation to your discussion.
bright future life and leave other people alone, right? You're the first people to talk about, I don't like bullies. We need to take down this bully. And then the moment you get a chance, the moment you get the ability, you start bullying someone else and harassing them and thinking you have them dead to
Okay, and you could have been the better man and avoiding all this shit. Instead, you've pretty much have done this. You've bullied people by saying racial slurs. You've bullied people by saying, "Oh, I wish this gay couple were Pulse victims." You fucking said that in a tweet, and I don't care if you said it was hacked. The fact that you didn't delete it as soon as you got your account back is a damning testament. It's a damning to you as a person. So shut the fuck up, Coin. How about that?
rights in so many ways you just don't. And my point is simply this. Had you been watching me from the beginning, had you known who I was from the beginning, you would have known my history with trolls and why.
Let me be as clear as possible. It doesn't matter if we know your full history. All right? It's what you've done recently that's going to deter the mind of people. All right? It's like let me give an example. I used to watch Minilad. I used to watch his content. A lot of time back in middle school when he was a part of when he with Vanoss and Wildcat and Terrorizer and all those guys. He used to be watch those guys. I would watch his videos a lot. At the time of 2020, when he was revealed to have sent inappropriate messages and inappropriate photos to girls who at the time were under the age, when he sent that stuff to them at that time when they were underage, he sent inappropriate messages and photos. I didn't want to watch his content again. I didn't want to go near him. It's simple things like that that deterred me from him. To never go near his content, never watch his channel. I unsubscribed as soon as I could. As soon as I decided, it's not worth it. Unsubscribe from him. It doesn't matter if, and it's difficult because it's so frustrating. Because I loved watching his content for years. And now that this shit has been revealed about him, I don't give two fucks about what he does on YouTube. More often than not, I don't give two fucks. The only thing I do now is look and see how many subscribers he's lost today. That's it. That's all I do now with that fucker. It's the same shit here. It's the same fucking shit here. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. Okay? Especially if you don't fucking correct yourself. It's what you're doing now that's starting, that's creeping up on you. You know what? Let me rephrase this sentence. Because let's be real. It does work in that skit. Let me hear this one last time.
Someone else and harassing them and thinking you have them dead to rights in so many ways. You're right. You're the captain of the JV team. You're a bright future ahead of you. That group of kid. Go live your bright future life and leave other people alone, right? You're the first people to talk about, I don't like bullies. We need to take down this bully. And then the moment you get a chance, the moment you get the ability, you start bullying someone else and harassing them and thinking you have them dead to rights in so many ways you just don't. And my point is simply this. Had you been watching me from the beginning, had you known who I was from the beginning, you would have known my history with trolls and why they attack me and what they're after and what...
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we knew you from the beginning. Especially when what you are now is basically the same person of what you were then. Where you were making inappropriate, when you were saying awful things to people on responses on social media. It doesn't matter. If you haven't changed from the past, why fucking try and see if there was change? Or no, that's not right. That's not right. That's not what I wanted to say. That's not correct. It's just that you think that if we've been watching you all this time, it's going to deter our minds of what you are now. It's not. We look at you now, you're an asshole. And when we look back at your past, we see, signs of you were an asshole back then. It's just so stupid. This argument. I'm over this.
Can't keep up at this point. Started All of this attacking of my settings, calling me a fraud, all the shit, because I attacked the 30-year-old reference standards. It's not hard. I don't like the old ways, and I want something new to take over. Something exciting that makes us feel something. And he can't stand that I'm fucking on the platform running with the whole he's a Banovator nonsense. And he literally in his own word, like bro, all of you guys have something in common. You guys think you know some shit, jump on that Banavating bullshit, and then say one thing to me. I've got a guy at YouTube, that's my best friend. We're going to terminate your channel so your days are numbered, buddy. All of you say that shit. It has been years you've all been saying that shit. But here's the thing. I'm still here. I'm still not making content that violates any terms of service because I don't do anything to anybody but talk about fucking TVs. If you have a problem with a TV review or a gaming review or a movie review, tough. Nobody owes you anything. And if you want to make a video about it, go ahead. But
Well, it's kind of fucking difficult to go ahead. I like how you say, oh, then go ahead, and then you immediately copyright strike us. Where's the fucking consistency with that? Where is your consistency in, oh, if you just want to make it, don't go ahead, I don't care. And then all of a sudden, no, fuck you, you made a video about me, I'm going to copyright strike you. What the fuck is, where's the consistency with that?
Kind of shit that you guys are trying to portray now is beyond slander, it's beyond hatred, it's beyond obsessive at this point, because I've long since deleted those videos. I haven't mentioned Elden Ring, haven't talked about it, and you're all still talking copyright abuse, you're all still talking about Elden Ring with
That's because you keep doing it. You're the one causing it to happen. You're the one who's copyright striking people for reacting to your criticism on Elden Ring. It's your fault.
deleted videos that have been deleted for a month and a half at this point. It's you've got to eventually move on, folks, and hopefully through your actions one day you don't get somebody killed, because I tell you what.
Well, you're doing a good job going against what you just said, since you've told people to go kill themselves because they don't agree with your opinion on Elden Ring, and you've doxed people like the Act Man. I don't care how many times I had to say it or reiterate it. It's the truth. He's done it. He's fucking said it. I just fucking played proof of it on the stream.
These are the same obsessive personalities that, I mean, you hear the stories in the news about the kinds of cults people have, and you wouldn't really believe it until you see it in real time.
Okay. I fucking doubt the Act Man would support his fans turning into a cult like Satanists. I fucking doubt he would be happy about it. Just like anyone. If I had to choose, I would rather have no fan base than have a fan base that were like cults. That were in a cult like, that had the cult-like nature. It's weird because I just said earlier, I've been trying to find ways to grind to gain success here on the platform. But if it means having a fan base that are a bunch of cult, or that's like a cult, then no, I wouldn't want that. It'd be terrible.
And that's what you guys have. But my message today is very simply this. I've learned a few things. Apparently apologies are everything. So long as we apologize, every nasty thing we've ever said in the past goes away. That's what Review Tech USA wants.
No. It's not just the fucking apology. Okay? It's not just that. It's not a power of an apology. It's also having self-reflection. It's also having clarity. It's having self-awareness. You lack those things. You need to fucking develop it. And the best way to develop it is to ask yourself questions. Like, did I make the right choice when I did this? Or say this? You don't have it. You lack it. You're terrible at it.
You to believe.
Thank God,
That's
we're
what
almost
the
done with
Act
this
Man wants you to
fucking
believe.
video.
That's what Griffin Gaming is going with. There's no such thing as guilt by association. You are not the company you keep.
Ironic that Quantum is making the statement, given he just threatened to incite violence on the Act Man and dox him. Yeah, basically like I said earlier, he says this shit, and yet he fucking he 180s and immediately starts threatening people. It's fucking insane. And the only saving grace is that it's only a matter of time before YouTube pulls the plug on this fucknut and just kicks him off the platform, hopefully this time for good. Because if someone like this guy, If someone like him is able to be on the platform, he shouldn't. Nobody like him should be on this platform.
Remember that next time your passenger has drugs in your car and the cop tells you you're now under arrest. Just say there's no such thing as guilt by association. I mean, I could go on for hours like this with the kind of stuff that you people don't understand. And we would get nowhere because you're not going to change your mind and I'm not going to change mine.
Well, I've been sitting here for the last 3 hours basically listening to you squabble, and everything you've said has been fucking terrible. So yeah, this video went nowhere. Your arguments went nowhere. There was nothing to gain from this, Quantum.
My mind, and I'm damn sure not going to apologize. But what I tell you is this.
So what the fuck was the point of this video of calling it a power of an apology? If you're just gonna say I'm not gonna apologize, like what the fuck is the point? He's a full-blown narcissist who recites the narcissist prayer as his Bible. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
At the end of the day, I've said it once, I've said it twice in this video, and a bunch of times more than likely. If you suspect I've done something so viral, well, at this point, right? If you suspect I've done something so, vicious or malicious or terrible or horrible, okay, or vile, go ahead and report it to your local authorities and...
Bet. Y'all want to see let's do it one last time. One more for the road, people. Here we are. 1 second.
You like what you like, but it is childish to look at somebody and say that, you're X, Y, and Z because you don't like the video game I like. It doesn't run that deep for me. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. It's a fucking
there it
game,
is.
At the end of the day, it's a trash game. It's gonna stay on the shelf, and I stand by what I say. Go kill yourself, man. Z, because you don't like the video game I like. It doesn't run that deep for me. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man.
There it is. I'm not gonna report it to the authorities. I'm just gonna mock you and replay your dumbass fucking lines over and over and over again to get a laugh out of it. Fucking idiot.
Move on with your life and do what you've been doing on YouTube. See how many times after this video I attack you. See how many times I find each and every person that wants to make a new video about me and attack you. Because it seems to me that this is a coordinated, targeted attack against one man from all of you guys sharing information between each other.
EDP's fucking listening to his dumbass saying, first time. This is a full-blown attack, bro. Everyone's targeting me. Fucking EDP's in the corner just eating a bag of chips on his fucking toilet. Yeah, first time. Playback on him calling Kenny Kravitz' daughter a half-breed too. I gotta find it. I don't know where I haven't, because he deleted the review. I'll have to find it.
And the reality is,
we'll play it at the end of the video when this video is over.
You don't seem to find anything wrong with this behavior, and in fact, you celebrate each other. And the idea that...
No, I am not happy at the fact... Let me say this for the record. I don't really like the idea of attacking a person. I'm not into that shit. But when you give us every fucking reason to, what the fuck else are you going to expect from us? Yeah, we're going to probably have to say something about the shit you've done. We're going to have to say shit about, or, call you out. But all together. You set us up. It's like playing basketball and it's an alley-oop, Throw the ball up in the air and the guy that can dunk is able to, put into the net. It's one of those things. It's just simple as that. You say, "Oh, well, I hate the fact you guys are all attacking me." Well, you've put yourself in a position to be attacked because you keep saying dumbass things on the internet. So, whose fault is it really?
You now want to pretend like that isn't harassment or bullying on a cyber level is ridiculous because it's coordination. You share it with your friend on Twitter, he shares it with his friend, and now it's...
That's how it works. That's how it fucking works. People, share things on the internet. That's what happens. My brother just showed me something on Instagram that was funny as shit. I can't really play it on here because it's on my phone. But it was really funny. People share things on the internet. You are just what? You think you're so good that you shouldn't be susceptible to such a low grade, such a low standard, action that's done on the internet. I'm much better than that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You really think who the fuck you think you are?
Fact? No. So, I've been going around on this podcast for a little bit. I'm not going to waste any more time talking to you guys. You guys do what you want, but leave me alone. I mean, for fuck's sake. Can you drop your little game now? Can you move on? Of course not. You're going to make another video. But the thing is, all the people, and for all my normal viewers watching, and for everyone else, maybe if you hate me, even if you think I'm the biggest piece of shit that has ever walked the earth, right? How many people that are making a video right now did I make a video?
I wouldn't label a criticism a coordinated attack or harassment so much as holding Quantum accountable. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. We're trying to hold you accountable as a collective, but you can't fucking get that through your thick skull. It's like everything we say to you, Quantum, goes in one ear and out the other. You should probably check to see if you have an issue with your ears while you're at it. Simple as that.
And look at my uploads. Look at what I talk about. Go ahead. How many fucking people? They make unprovoked videos injecting themselves into situations that had nothing to do with them from the beginning. For clicks, for clout, and for what YouTube allows on this platform, which is toxic, cancerous takedown journalism. There's nothing more to it, and there's nothing less to it. This kind of thing will continue to happen, and that's just the message for today. Thanks for watching the Quantum TV podcast. Until the next time, I'll see you guys later. It's just nothing. They make unprovoked videos injecting themselves into situations that had nothing to do with them from the beginning. For clicks, for clout, and for what YouTube allows on this platform, which is toxic, cancerous takedown journalism.
No, it's just called being accountable for your mistakes. It's trying to healthfully criticize you. At least that's what I want to do. But, Quantum, you don't seem to fucking understand it. So, at this point, it seems like you're just not going to bother. You're just going to keep, pretending that everything that everyone says to you is nothing but talk from haters. That's all you're going to do. That's all you seem you want to do.
There's nothing more to it, and there's nothing less to it. This kind of thing will continue to happen, and that's just the message for today. Thanks for watching the Quantum TV podcast. Until the next time, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, I'm not very grateful for watching. I'm so glad this fucking video is over. Alright, let's go find this fucking dumbass's line that he said. Let's see if I can find this. Yeah, just about everything is just fucking deleted. Holy sh... I don't really think I can find it. Give me a second, maybe... Yeah, I don't know if I can find it because the only things that are being popped up right now is people calling him out and shit. Like I can't find it. This is gonna be. I don't think I can find it. But as far as the other video, I'm just gonna leave a link to the description or in the chat for those who want to listen. Oh wow, for some reason it's saying I'm not signed in. That's weird. Don't stop the stream. Doo-doo. Actually, you know what? I don't even need to do this. I'll just do it anyways. Who gives a fuck? Okay, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck is wrong with this thing? I don't have access to chat. What the fuck? This is weird. Alright, well, that's not right. Alright, there goes the chat. Don't know what the fuck to do with it. Shoot. Alright, you know what? I can't done with this motherfucker. I'm so fucking worn out from it. I've been on here for fucking 3 hours just listening to his fucking squabble and nonsense. That's about it. I'm done. Here's the fucking link to the video that I was playing, and here's a link to Ackman's video from where I found his comment on saying go kill yourself. So have at it. You know, you guys can decide. I'm fucking worn out, dog. I haven't eaten in several hours. This has been a long stream. Probably longer than I fucking needed it to go. But yeah, that's it. I'm done. Just gonna say thank you for watching, and I'm done. That was so fucking worn. That wore me out, dog. I'm fucking done.